live. Welcome everybody to a Friday show on the Sailboat. I'm just getting my tea made up here. I guess my head's chopped off because of the old... Hold on, let me turn that off for a second. I'll put that down below actually. We'll do that down here for now. Alright, put that down there for a second. Just gonna make up my tea. If you guys are wondering, Holly is here. She's just outside. We have a little bit of a wind, so it's not as nice as it has been the last few days. And Kitty is also here. She's just lounging up front a little bit more. I hope all of you guys are having a great day, a great afternoon, a great weekend, a great start to the weekend. It is Friday at last. Just another Friday on the Sailboat. I should check to see if you can. Can I post links? I don't think you can post clickable links, but on OBS it goes through the tubes. I don't think you can. So I should mess with that one day. We do have a merch store and lots of other options for people if you guys are interested in supporting our journey throughout the entire universe. It is a universal journey. What else was I going to do? I don't remember. This milk is completely frozen. I should leave it out for a bit, I guess. Diesel, what's going on? Nice to see you. I'm just making some tea right now. The weather is pretty good out here, although it is a little bit windy. The wind is a bit chilly. Lots of people are out doing stuff. We're just not out quite yet. We're enjoying just having a couple nice days to be able to hang out for a minute. What are you up to today? I'll leave this milk out for a minute. It's like frozen. I'm kind of frozen to be honest, but I'll grab the sweater just in case. The wind is a bit cold. Appreciate it, Anonymous. How are you doing today? To you as well. There we go. I think we're all set up now. I'll move that back to that. Whoop. What is that? Oh, that's that. That's why. Hold on, let me check to see if that's working too. Gives me a second, guys. It takes a bit for us to set everything up. Any words of wisdom for the world today? Relax, enjoy yourself. I feel like the world, life is too short to be as crazy as the world is. So I think everyone needs to take a minute. We heard a kid today outside tell her little brother to smell the flowers while her mom was saying, "We're just trying to make it to the car." And Holly and I both chuckled a little bit. I feel like more of us should be like the kid. Just smell the flowers a little bit. Answering phone calls. My phone has not stopped ringing today. Oh man, Diesel, that's... I hate phone calls. Phone calls are one of the worst things in my opinion. I just do not like them. Sorry guys, one second. I'm just gonna make sure that's ready to go. If you guys are wondering where the kitty is, she is right here. And sorry, I'll get back to the question shortly here. Groceries like on the boat. Do you catch and eat fish? We do. We haven't done a lot of that yet. We do have a crab trap and we have done that. Right now we mostly go to the grocery store. We do have fishing rods and we do have a crab trap like I said, but we're working on it. Talk about blessed looks great. Yeah, I mean, we live in a place. We have a home, which is this. We don't have a regular house. This has been quite a bit cheaper than living in a house, but we didn't move onto the boat for the monetary savings. We moved on it for the adventure and doing something different with our lives. After a few things in life, so somebody asked for some wise wisdom for the world today. I don't know if that's wise or wisdom, but I do think everyone should take a moment to maybe smell the flowers and do something and not be so serious. Because I think we all take things too seriously. So that's what we're doing right now. We moved on the boat to take things a little bit less seriously. Love from India. Hello. What time is it in India right now? Every once in a while I get a couple people in from India, and I always ask you guys what time it is, and I always forget what the time difference is. It is currently 1:49 p.m. here in Canada. We haven't, Wolf, we haven't moved the boat a ton yet because we are in Canada and it's winter time. The sailing season does start pretty quickly here in, I'm going to move that to the top, in May. The weather has been getting better and better, but it's still kind of like not the greatest. So we're still waiting for better weather. We could have probably gone yesterday or today, but we're actually just enjoying having some nice weather. So we're enjoying it, and then we'll start sailing here more and more. So we'll be moving tons coming up. Where are you guys located? Green's from South Florida. We're in Canada. We're on Vancouver Island. So we're in a little bit of a colder situation than you guys. I'm sure Florida's pretty nice right now, right? What is your weather like? Want to live a life like you in a boat? Fascinating, right? It's been awesome. Living in a boat has been amazing. Like I said, we've been living in the boat pretty much all winter long. So it's been nice, but it's also just been kind of sitting around a lot, fixing parts on the boat. We bought a boat that wasn't like 100% ready, so we've been fixing it, cleaning it, getting it ready for the summer. Different things like that, so that when it's time, we can actually just get out there and go. But yeah, we love it. It's awesome. It's 2 a.m. in India right now. Well, I don't know why you're not sleeping, but I'm hoping you're having a good good night, having a good evening, I suppose. London. Will you even be able to stream on the open ocean? We should be able to, yes. We have Starlink internet, so technically as long as we have power and we have solar. Right now you guys can't see it. In this, the image above me is actually live outside our boat. Normally you would see solar panels, but I have them all moved to over here so that Holly and I can charge our batteries fully right now. So we're kind of working on getting stuff set up so we can get going here. So we should be able to, yes. Warm. Can you dance on the boat? I mean, we can dance. I could run back and forth and make the boat tilt back and forth if you guys want. Maybe. 68, 70 in the mornings. It's around 85 all day. Yeah, I think we are currently today. Yesterday was a bit nicer. Today, I think actually it says it's nicer today, but it's not actually. It's pretty windy. The wind is pretty cold. It's coming from the Alaska direction. It is 17 degrees Celsius, which is, hey Google, how many degrees Fahrenheit is 17 degrees Celsius? I'm really bad with conversions. To the power of Cirque. 62. It's 62 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, you know, not terrible, but not awesome. How do we heat the boat? So we live in, right now we're on Vancouver Island. It's a very mild part of Canada. It's pretty nice here. We only got down to minus 10 degrees Celsius at the coldest. Most of the time, in the nighttime, it was minus 5. Daytime, it was plus 5. But now, like I said, it's 17 degrees Celsius, so it has been getting warmer. We do have a diesel heater, a propane heater, and 2 electric. 1 electric in the front, 1 in the back. So we have lots of options for heat when we need to. No, I'm doing a night shift. Oh man, I've done that too. Night shift is, Holly and I used to do night shifts. We also used to do the late shift, so we do like the 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. shift as well. So I guess the evening shifts. But we've done the nights. I understand, I get the feels. I have never been on a cruise. Like, are you talking about a cruise ship? I have never been on a cruise ship. I don't think Holly has either. If you guys are wondering, Holly is here. She's just out. She's up top there. I think if I was going to do a cruise or anything like that, it would have to be... I don't know if I could do a cruise ship. I'd go on somebody else's sailboat and go for a little, like, cruise on that. I don't know if I'd like to do a cruise or not. I have no idea. 62 sounds... it's pretty nice. It's not bad. It's warm enough that we can, like, you know, I have my shorts and, like, a tank top on today, and I don't feel too cold. The wind is coming from the north. We're in Canada, so it's coming off Alaska, which is pretty chilly this time of year. Redeemed? Like 30 seconds ago before I went live. How much does the slip cost per month? It costs $5.75 per month right now. Oh yeah, and I gotta set this goal. 305 says hi Holly, or hey Holly.
Hello, 305.
I don't know if you guys could hear her, hopefully. I'll leave that on like that. I'll do this for 3 hours, and we will make boat rock. Fourth by bean cap. I don't know, maybe that sounds weird, but I'm gonna go with it. My girlfriend won't let me AW. I bought online when we were. Oh wow. I mean, you're gonna have to ask her again. I got no other advice for that. If you're into that and she's not, you're gonna have to ask her again, I suppose. See any grizzlies? Doesn't Vancouver Island have the highest density in the world? I don't know if Vancouver Island does it. There's a lot of cats on Vancouver Island. Holly and I are pretty new to here. We lived in the Calgary, Alberta area, and Alberta has quite a few grizzlies. Let's ask Google. Hey Google. Hey Google. Where is the highest density population of grizzlies in the world? I'm tagging beluga whales in the Hudson Bay. That's awesome. I guess.
Supports an estimated 1,600 bears living within its 1,600 square miles.
It's in Alaska, actually, the highest density population of grizzlies right now. But I'm sure Vancouver Island definitely has their fair share. We're a little bit further south. We're in like the more populated area right now, so we don't have a ton. I personally have seen grizzlies, but just not recently. We've seen a lot of black bears, and I've seen lots of grizzlies in my life, just not in the last little while. Hey man, I get you there. Usually work for US and UK clients. We don't like it though. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Come to Vancouver. We're on the island right now, so we could sail on over to Vancouver. It would probably be a good, 6 to 10 hour day, especially for us because we're new at this, but appreciate it. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. My uncle used to paint boats and a band in the 70s. That's awesome. Yeah, boats are really cool. Holly and I moved onto this about 6 months ago, October 24th of 2025, so just last year, and we've loved it. It's been awesome. Although living in the wintertime, it's been kind of hit or miss. It's been really good. It's just been cold, and we haven't been able to do too much sailing yet. 2 years, San Pedro, California. I loved it. Yeah, it's awesome. Can I ask you why you don't anymore, or you just had to, you just changed your lifestyle, did something new and different? I lived in Hudson Bay, Canada, the polar bear capital of the world. I have never personally seen a polar bear, besides at the zoo. I've seen zoo polar bears, but I've never seen a polar bear in real life. I've never really been to, Northwest Territories, Northern Ontario, or, what else, Yukon, or none of it. I haven't been to any of those places, so I've never actually seen a polar bear in the wild. It would be cool, though. Yes, very cool. We've enjoyed it. It's been awesome. Alaska is a lot bigger than Vancouver Island. It is. Why do you say that? Did I say something that makes it sound like it's not? Apparently the highest density of grizzly bears is on a specific island in Alaska. I'm not sure, I didn't read up exactly what it was, but Vancouver Island does have a lot of stuff here. And Vancouver Island is a very large island. I surfed in Tofino. I've never surfed in my life. I have, I'd like to surf. I'd be bad at it, but I'd probably enjoy trying. And the rainbow thing, I mean, life is the way it is. People decide what they want to do with different things, and I guess people can interpret it differently, I suppose. I personally just like looking at rainbows because they're a beautiful thing in the world. Hudson Bay, I've never been there either, but it would be very cool to visit the Hudson Bay one day. I actually didn't get a haircut, although I kind of got a haircut. I've had my hair like this for a long time. I just normally have it down. So right now, I do still have the long hair. It's just in a ponytail. And the sides have been shaved a long time. Holly just recently trimmed them, so they look a little bit nicer, I guess. But chat delay, it's not really a chat delay. I'm just behind on the comments. I always try to read them all through one at a time and get everybody. And occasionally I just get really behind on stuff. Yes, Sweaty, you can. But the one big thing with that is if you move countries, you have to make sure whatever you have on board is legal in the country you're going to, or that you can import it legally. Kodiak Island, yeah, that's the one. You got it. Is it healthier to live on a boat than in a city? I think it depends on what your definition of healthier is. I think it's awesome to live on a boat. There's lots of really cool things to do. The downside to a boat, of course, is you don't have a ton of space, so you can't maybe do cardio as well, running around. But I mean, you still do a lot of stuff to work out. There's lots of ways you can work out. You can do push-ups, pull-ups, and all that kind of stuff. Plus, I feel like it's way less stressful. Sorry, I'm going to go live on the other thing as well. TGIF Welcome aboard our sailboat. Okay, I'm going live on that as well. So now we're doing the dual live. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. You're a cool dude. Appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome. If you haven't already subscribed, Holly and I are working really hard to get to the point where we can get more monetized. We recently got monetized on the platform. It has taken a while, but we're only at like level 1. There is multiple levels to it, so we don't have any like ad revenue or anything like that yet. That's once we hit 4,000 watch hours. We're still pretty new on this. We only have like 2,000 something subs, so we're working on it. I study Orca in Hudson Bay, and yes, it's magnificent.
Aww.
Hudson Bay would be really cool, and orcas are awesome. We've seen a few come through the area we're at on Vancouver Island. They're very beautiful.
That would be magnificent.
You coming to hang out? I'm back. Welcome back, Andre. Is it cheaper living on a boat than elsewhere? For us, it has been, yes. I don't want to promise everywhere in the world it'd be cheaper. It really depends on your location. It does cost a bit to like dock. Like where we're parked right now does cost a decent amount of money, but it is still cheaper than rent. We do own the boat outright, which does help, obviously. It's kind of like owning your whole home. It kind of cuts down on some costs, but you still have to pay for the parking spot like where we are right now, unless you go anchor. So come summertime, we'll be anchored out a bit more. Right now, this time of year, we still have limited sun, so getting solar power is a bit trickier, although it's getting better and better. You guys might hear the hum of the solar the solar inverter cooling itself down right now. So we are actually getting some solar, which is nice. And then it still gets pretty cold at night. So I think last night got down to, let me just check what the weather shows. And welcome everybody on the TikTok side of things. Welcome everybody. If you haven't already, double tap the screen. Help us get to 10K likes before 10 minutes. It does help push the stream out to the For You page. Everybody on the other app as well, double tap, give us the likes. It does help push the content out to the home page. I think tonight it's supposed to get down to, not bad, 7 degrees Celsius. So a little bit under, that's like 40 something degrees Fahrenheit, I think. What's the price range? I mean, so it depends on the the footage of your boat. If you have a really wide boat, they'll charge you double. So like if you have a catamaran, usually they have 2 hulls and they're almost the size of like 2 monohulls side by side. So they'll double charge you. And they charge by the foot too. So the longer your boat is, the more expensive it becomes. So our boat, we pay $575 a month right now at this marina. If you had a catamaran, they would probably charge you double that. So you'd already be over $1,000 just by having a cat. You'd have more space, but you'd also have to pay double. So then all of a sudden your boat's costing more than rent. Maybe it would be in the city. But then if your boat is really, really short too, it can cut down on prices. Ours is a 35.5 foot sailboat, so it's not huge, it's not tiny, it's pretty good. And thank you, Airdrie. It's not really a new haircut. I've kind of had this the whole time. I just normally have it up like this. Usually I have my hair down and you can see how long it is, but right now it's up in the air. So, thank you. Holly did trim the sides up though. They were getting a little long, so we trimmed them up. I've always had the shaved sides for quite a long time. I don't even know how long. Like at least a year, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I used to do this as well, so I've gone off and on with my hairstyles. Really short, really long, shaved sides, long top, I don't know. It is not quite Gibson's. No, we're on the island, on Vancouver Island. We'd almost bought a boat in Vancouver Island, though. Sophia, I'm not sure why you're so angry, but appreciate you being here. Thank you. And yeah, shout out Holly trimming the sides. Favorite Canadian couple, thank you very much, Caleb. Welcome. I don't know why Sophia's upset, guys. Does anyone know why Sophia is so upset with her life? Or our life, I suppose?
Oh, I remember them.
Steve Wallace takes that. Oh, Steve Wallace is awesome. Hey, Steve Wallace, if you're out there, do you want to collab? I don't know what we'd collab on because I don't know if you'd be able to camp on our boat. It'd be kind of weird, I guess, but we can make it happen. Appreciate it, JH. I'm not sure why you think that, but I guess if you think that's what lesbians look like, you can think right ahead. That's fair enough. Everyone has their own way of what they think life is. But yeah, Steve Wallace is an amazing person. I love his videos. Jealous. It's really nice out here. We've Airdrie. Are you in Airdrie right now? What's the weather like there? We've had right now it's 17 degrees Celsius. It's pretty nice. And no, we do not have a house. Holly and I gave up the house life to buy this boat.
Wait, who's here?
So Bahibi is really beautiful. Name Askar from my side. Well, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Holly is a very beautiful lady. I agree with that. Thank you. What do we do in the winter? We docked here, so we've been at the same kind of area all winter long. We don't get we're on Vancouver Island, so the winters here are not as bad as the rest of Canada. Holly and I came from Calgary, Alberta, the Airdrie area. That's where we lived before we moved out here. Yeah, she is flowing with rage. We're unsure why she was flowing with rage. I think she's gone already. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're used to the cold winters, but now coming out here, it's been beautiful.
Guys, if you're on the TikTok side of things,
Oh, yeah.
please tap the screen.
Yeah, we got to get to 10,000 likes before 10 minutes. We're already at 5 minutes and we only got 1,000 likes. We're going to have to double tap like mad.
It seems like it's going to be a slow day on TikTok, though.
It might be. It may be
But
a little bit of a
that's okay.
slow, and that's okay. We got lots over on the other side. Well, kind of lots. Off and on. It was up there pretty good for a while. I think it dropped off.
There is lots of beds in the boat. There's like potentially all of the beds.
Potentially 7 sleeping spots. The boat does not crazy wind, and looking at snow tonight, oh man, that's unfortunate. The boat did not come set up with Wi-Fi. We got Starlink internet though, so we got satellite internet. But yeah, there's quite a few. So there's Holly and I are on a bed right now. So this is a double bed right where we're at. There's also a double bed in the front. It's a V berth, so it's a weird shape. And then in that room behind us right there, right now there is no mattress, but normally in that bedroom there's also like a queen size bed. That's kind of like the main cabin. And then right beside us is like a couch, which is a single. So the boat says on the like brochure it sleeps 7. You could probably sleep 7. I don't know if you'd want 7 to live on the boat. I think 2 people and the kitty cat is more than enough. And unplugged, we haven't been too many places yet, unfortunately. We've only been on Vancouver Island because we've been dealing with winter. The summer is coming, though. We're almost there. The weather is getting nicer. As you can see, the door is open back there, so we actually have decent weather now. And yeah, the boat can leave anytime. Holly and I can... we could do that right now, although we're not going to because it takes a little bit to do it. But we could totally fire up the engine. We could... back the boat out of here and take off into the ocean right now. It's just a bit cold. The wind is pretty cold still.
Paul, thank you. Holy moly.
Did I miss something?
Yeah.
Oh wow, Paul's
It's
going
still-
crazy over
it's
here.
still going.
Paul, thank you. Oh wow, hold on. Paul, thank you for the rose. And well, I'll have to get back to you on that.
That had to have been an accident. There's no way.
180, 90. There have a room. We have rooms. Yes, there's a room up front. There's a room back there. You guys can see the door. Right now, the back room and the front room are mainly storage for us, though. We live on the boat. The boat is, most boats weren't really designed for people to live on full time, especially back in the day. It was kind of like a weekend or like a month-long thing. They didn't expect people to have their whole life and house on a sailboat of this size. So we did that. So most of our rooms are just storage.
Holy moly.
Where is that? We're on Vancouver Island. Paul is still sending TikToks. We're over 320 now. Yeah, that's live outside. So I can actually blow it up for you guys so you guys can see a little bit more.
Holy moly, thank you so much for 350.
That is the marina outside right now on our neighbor's boat. There's our boat. Is that done? Holy, yeah. Paul, thank you for 350 TikToks. Thank you so much. Did you get a haircut? People keep saying that. I just normally don't have my hair up like this. So I have my hair, it's still very long. It's just in a ponytail. The sides have been shaved for at least a year. I've kind of gone back and forth in my life. I've had extremely short hair, like completely shaved right off. I've had really long hair with no shaved or anything like that. I used to have it just like this, and then I grew it. I cut it all off again, and then I regrew it, and then last year I trimmed the sides, and then recently Holly just like shaved the sides to like, make it look good again. It's not cold in winter to live there. It's not bad. We're on Vancouver Island. It's a very mild part of Canada. That's all right, silly. You can get blocked. The ban hammer. We need to get that. We have not seen the Flying Dutchman, although we do have Dutchman rigging on this boat. That's what our lazy jacks are. They're Dutchmen. Not that that means anything to anybody, but.
We're not gonna see them.
And holy, Paul sent another 70 TikToks. So what is that? 420? 420 TikToks. Holy! Thank you very much, Paul, for all of that. What do you do for work? So Holly and I are working right now. We do content creation. We make videos for pretty much every content creation platform you guys can think of. We make videos. I just posted one before we went live. We do these lives quite often, usually now and then in the evening as well. The main thing though, Holly and I saved for a really long time. We worked at the city of Calgary. We saved and then we sold all of our stuff we used to own. So we had cars. Holly had a truck. I had a trailer. I had a motorcycle. We sold most of everything except for what we have on the boat. to be able to afford this. And this boat is only $36,000, so it's pretty cheap. Where do you shower? Lol. I mean, are you laughing because you don't think we have a shower, or are you laughing because you're just not sure? We have a bathroom right here. So right behind me, I don't know if you guys can see it actually. Let me, there's the bathroom. You can see a toilet right there, the white thing. Around the corner in there is a full-on shower. Also, up on deck, we have a deck shower. So the boat is equipped with pretty much everything you need to live on it. We are also, David, not right now, but we do have that as well. I keep meaning to set it up so we can do a triple stream with all of the things. Right now we're just streaming on 2. So right now we're on the platform you're on and TikTok. Do you live in, I can't pronounce that, Nathan. What is it called? Eucalypt? Oh my goodness, Paul, what are you going nuts again? Paul sent 2 capybaras, a golden boxing glove, and 70 pops. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you so much for that. That's wild. I don't think we've had somebody pop in and do... Oh, he's still going. Still going. And also, Vinny... I just saw you. Where did you go? Yoga with Vinny. Vinny, welcome. How are you doing today?
Have a good evening. Have a good night.
So, poop. So we have the toilet like I showed you guys back there. It goes into a black water holding tank. And then right over near us in the bay, there is a pump out station. It's like a floating dock. It has like basically a vacuum. You hook it up to your black water tank and it pumps everything out. You are also allowed to pump your stuff overboard as long as you follow certain rules. You have to be 3 nautical miles offshore and have a certain level of treatment on your boat.
Shay, you as well. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you, Shay. I'll lower the boom. Outdoor trail painter, that's cool. What kind of trail stuff do you do? And by lower the boom, are you talking about the boom, the mast boom?
Paul,
Once you get the sail up?
Thank you so much again. And if you're out of here, have a great night for you as well.
And Rain, we haven't, actually, I don't think we've done a live. Well, we kind of did. So Holly and I used to crab trap quite a bit during our lives. Not that you guys got to see it, but we'd be like doing the live right here. We'd have the door open. But it's been winter time, so as the summer approaches, we'll be doing more like live well fishing and stuff, because we could probably throw a line off the back of the boat right now. I don't know if we'd catch anything good in the marina. The marina's kind of, you know, not the best place to fish, but we do have crabs here, and we do have fishing stuff. So we're on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. I can do a boat tour. You guys want a boat tour? I'll give you a boat tour. Stand by. It is a 1989 Hunter Legend 35.5. And outdoor, yeah, 100%. Let me... I'll just do this right now. Boom. I am curious.
That guy can't be seen.
Which one? Oh. I see. It might pop up again. Just keep watching. I don't know why it never comes up the same. I think it gets like censored or whatever. So then it doesn't always come up at the same time. Dog Pets Marina, best place to fish. I mean, it's not bad around here. We got the kitty cat, if that's what you're talking about, pets. But if you're talking about the fish around the marina, right now it's like early spring here, so there's not like a lot of big fish. There's a lot of small ones hanging out, though. We do sleep while the boat is docked. We haven't really done like a full-on sail where we had to like take shifts and one of us would sleep and one of us would not. But if we were doing something like that, a long trip, a big ocean crossing, we'd probably take shifts where like one of us would kind of be up and making sure we weren't hitting anything. But
did we make it? We totally made it.
Did we make it?
Probably.
Oh yeah, 13, and I think we did. I think we might have hit the 10K in 10 minutes, guys. Thank you so much for that. Also, Paul, thank you very much for the 70 pops and then 2 more roses. I very much appreciate you. Thank you so much for that.
Good night.
Okay, they're already gone. Paul, thanks for, I mean, you're gone already, but thank you for popping in, doing that, and then leaving. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, I was going to do a tour. Sorry guys, I'm working on the tour. We don't have a grocery store here. We have to walk. It's about 1 kilometer away from where we are.
Trina, hello. I seen you show up there.
I'm doing the tour, guys. Just got to set it up on my phone. It takes me a minute to switch to the phone so you guys can see everything. Okay, boom, here we are. This is how we see the stream. So if you guys are wondering why sometimes we miss comments, it's because we got chat, 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 and we can barely see anything. It's just a little bit chaotic for us. I will start the tour. I will take the mic with me as well. The start of the tour will be Kitty Cat. She decided today this was going to be her bed. Sorry, Kitty, did I just wake you up? So I was talking about the bedrooms on the boat earlier. This is the V-berth, so you can kind of see there's a little mattress there. It is like a weird V shape because it is the very front of the boat. Holly and I basically just use it for clothing storage. We got our like gear and stuff like that. there is this big old roof hatch. You can fully climb out there and go on the deck, and I can even pop out for you guys a little bit. Nothing that exciting. We're in the marina right now. So there we go. There's some water over there. There's one of the heaters. So people ask how we heat the boat in the wintertime. We have a heater like that and one in the back of the boat as well. There's the kitty again. There's Holly. This is where our bed is. So Holly and I sleep here. This is my monitor. It's mounted to the pole. We 3D printed the pole mount for the computer so we could actually like watch movies. Basically, like it's only a 27-inch, but I mean it's really close to our head, so it's basically like a big screen. It's basically our big screen. We sleep here. We work here. We play video games here. Holly has a laptop. Moving further into the boat, I guess we have our solar panel. So this is our solar panel inverter and battery setup. There's my gaming computer. Here's our wall of people that have supported us so far. So if you do become a super fan or a member on the other platform, or if you help us out on Buy Me a Coffee or anything like that, you get your name on that board. There's a few people not on there yet we have to put up still. This is our, what do you call it, charting table. So when you're charting with paper charts, this is where you do it. We have our propane, we got our bananas, we got our VHF radio, and like all the other batteries. So this is the DC system and the stuff for when you're parked at the marina here. We are plugged into the dock, so we get our power there. Kitty Cat's automatic feeder. Over here, I was just re-seasoning this pan. That's why it's on the stove. But this is our propane stove and oven. Our fridge is a ice box that's been converted to a 12-volt fridge. It actually is pretty deep. It goes all the way back in there a little ways. There's a second door. But right now we have our air fryer on top of it. And then we have our dehumidifier up top here with, yes, the Husqvarna logo and a T-Rex, because why not? The back bedroom. So I was talking about this one. This can fit a full queen bed. We didn't really like sleeping in there. It's kind of like a short roof. We mainly use it for storage. We just have like a ton of stuff in there. The cat's litter box is right there. And then, of course, the 3D printer, which we do use, and we were printing stuff. There's actually a video on it today of some of the stuff we were printing. Really basic stuff, but it does help out around the boat. And then on the starboard side or right side of the boat, this is the bathroom. So right now we use the showers and the bathrooms at the marina, so we don't have to fill up our black water tank. But we do have a shower. It's right there. There's the shower head. We have a sink with sink peanuts in it. And then the actual toilet is right down there. So we have a toilet as well. Behind here is our Yanmar 3GM30F diesel engine. So I can actually open that up for you guys if you want to see. I always like doing this. I was an automotive tech, so I really like seeing all this extra stuff. So there's our Yanmar diesel engine. I might have to... Holly, can you hold... Oh, you're going to help me? Okay, thank you. Holly's just going to help me get this door closed again. And sorry, guys, while I'm doing the tour, I can't see the comments for a second just because I'm not... yeah, my phone... yeah, anyway, I can't see the comments. Anyway, I'll go quickly outside for you guys.
I guess I have it all closed off.
Yeah, right now we have it all like tented off. So we just throw some blankets up because right now that direction is north and we get a north wind. So usually in the morning time, we'll throw up these blankets here to block the wind, and then we get the sun from this side. So... it's been a little bit cold and windy, but there you guys can kind of see where we are. A bunch of other boats. There's an island across from us, so we're on the water. The mainland is over here, and then there's an island over there, and we're just kind of hanging out in between in our marina right now. And then here's kind of the shot looking down into the boat. And if you guys want to see everything else, you can kind of see our solar, all that kind of stuff. So that's probably the most comprehensive tour I've ever given. Here's just like a bunch of junk for the computer, but don't look at that. Look away. Okay, we're back. Sorry, guys. If you asked a question while I was doing that, I probably missed it because I was out there doing that. While I'm doing that, I can't see anything on my phone because it just like switches to a weird mode on my phone. We have all the chats on the computer. So we're back now. Where does all the caca go after we flush? It goes into a black water tank. So at the very back of our boat, kind of like underneath the deck, there's a 52-liter, I think it is, black water tank. Every so often, if we do use it, right now, like I said, we're using the marinas, bathrooms, and showers and stuff, so we don't have to fill it. But if we do use our own toilet, if we have to, we just go to a pump out station, which is not too far from us. It's free. It's a self-serve. It's really easy to use. We've done it once. But yeah, right now we're at the marina, so we don't have to use it. But yeah, that's where it goes. It goes to the pump out station or into the black water tank. How many other boat people live in their boats? You social with other people? Yeah, Holly and I are pretty introverted. I might seem like I'm very like talkative on here, and I am. I am very passionate about what we do, and I think it's awesome. I like different forms of living, RVs, vans, boats, whatever you can think of. I love that stuff, so I get really passionate. I don't mind talking. Also, it's very different talking to, what do we got right now? 89 and then 28. So quite a few people, probably close to, I guess, just over 100 people. But I don't get to see all your faces, so it doesn't make me as nervous. But yes, we're both very introverted, but we do have like a neighbor just in front of us over here. We have a couple neighbors back that way, one down that way. So there's probably like 3 to 4, maybe more. I'm not even sure. And thank you very much, Andre, for subscribing. We're not in Washington. We're on Vancouver Island. The boat does move, but it has been winter, so we haven't moved it a ton yet. We take it out when we can. Today's actually pretty nice, and we probably could have, but we've enjoyed just having weather that's like decent enough to sit outside. So the last like day or two, we've just kind of enjoyed it and like sat in the sun. Like I said, we set up like a little sunroom to enjoy ourselves. How many nautical miles should you sail? Should is a weird. Should, I don't know. Holly and I plan to sail like all over the place. Right now, we've only sailed some short distances, some like day sails and overnighters. We haven't done anything crazy yet. And we haven't caught a lot of our own food yet. Again, we're in the marina. The marinas are not the nicest places to fish. People throw stuff overboard. It'd probably be fine. We have crab trapped a little bit. We do have fishing rods, and we'd like to do more. I'd actually really like to get, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I always forget what they're called, but it's basically like a little donut that you can wrap your fishing line around. It's like a very basic hand fishing reel. Doesn't have the rod part, but you can just throw it overboard, kind of troll while you're sailing, and then reel it in. And so I want to get one of those. I think that'd be one of the better ways to do that on the boat.
Hello, Holly.
Holly says hi, by the way. PJ, we don't have that around here, so you're gonna have to send us some. No, not a lot of people make fun of us for living on a boat. My sister got made fun of by everyone. Really? There are people that pop on here and think it's really dumb. And I don't, it's not for everybody. Not everyone's going to want to live in an RV, a boat, a van. I do think it's becoming more and more acceptable, especially nowadays with how expensive housing prices are. Lots of people think it's really cool. Some people think we're nuts and it's like dangerous. Obviously, we're doing it a very safe way. Right now, we're in the marina, so we're not in any danger whatsoever. But we do this not just to enjoy our life and like save money. We do this so we can like travel. That's like the big thing. So right now we do not have a house. Oh wow. Sorry, I missed that. Oh man, who said that? Have you thought about doing an old-fashioned culinary challenge? I have not thought about that. I mean, we could do that. I'm not sure if I'd be able to eat that way though. Why are you leaving there? Are you saying living there? We are living here for the enjoyment. We're trying to do something different. We've lived a long... I'm 38. I'm not like super young at this point. I've done regular jobs my entire life. Manual labor, construction. I was an automotive tech. We lived in houses, basement suites, all kinds of stuff. And this is just something different. A brand new way for us to live. We're really working hard to be like monetizing a few platforms and just kind of share the adventure with everybody here. So as we start going, we'll sail down to Mexico eventually. But we'll sail around BC first, then down to Mexico, and then hopefully all over the place. And yeah, the boat is totally a house. Also, Southern State Content, thank you very much for the gift. Appreciate it. I think you're the first gift we got today over on the YT. So appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I guess, Andre, yeah, I guess I kind of answered that already. I missed your question, but I am 38. Holly is 34. I'm almost 39. I'll be 39 in like... what is it? Like 2 weeks almost.
Yeah, less than.
Yeah, in May I turned 39. What's your off-grid ability? Battery storage, water storage. Do you have a water maker? So we can live off-grid temporarily. We do not have a water maker. That'd be a really cool thing to get. Maybe we can get a sponsor for a water maker. That'd be awesome. We have a 52-liter black water tank, which you can use to dump overboard if we need to. So that's not really a problem as long as you follow certain rules and you're a certain distance offshore. We have a 270-liter freshwater tank, which, again, we have no water maker, so we would have to come back to shore occasionally to fill that up. And yeah, I'm definitely not old. I'm not saying I am. I'm not young anymore either. Some people think that we are like 20-year-olds that somehow have a decent boat. Our boat is also not very expensive. But the other thing is we have a fridge on board and we have solar. So our solar is not perfect either, but we definitely can temporarily live off grid. We do have to come back to shore for a few things. I don't think you could fully ever live completely off grid on a boat, just because of repairs eventually you're going to have to make too. So it'd be hard to do that. But we can definitely live probably at least a month at a time if we wanted to. Living on a boat is statistically no more dangerous than living in the big city. I agree with that 100%. The dangers are different, but they are exactly. I agree with that. Some people seem to think it's very dangerous, but exactly, it's pretty much the same as living anywhere else. The dangers are just different, and when you see it from an outside and you don't really understand, you might think that it's more dangerous than living in the city, but there are just different dangers. Everything has trade-offs. That's kind of life. We do fish and drive the boat. Do you pay for parking? We do pay where we are right now. Sorry, Holly?
I should have had that answer on record.
Which one?
The one you just answered.
Oh, I'm getting better and better at answering some of these questions. Sorry, guys, if I missed some of your questions. They do come in fast.
Somebody asked what we do for entertainment.
Also, sorry, somebody did say Stephanie's on the water. I did see that. Stephanie's moving today. I think she has to go back to Winnipeg soon, so she is moving her boat somewhere right now. We were going to maybe go out too, but we ended up not today. Sailboat, not Sailboat's welcome. And yes, sorry, somebody asked what we do for entertainment. Holly and I, so we are live streaming right now from my gaming computer. So Holly and I play video games. I play on my computer. She has a gaming laptop. We game with my brother and a couple friends occasionally. We also can live stream movies and shows from the computer. We have Starlink internet, so we're able to get internet pretty much anywhere. Holly just went up top summer. She's just on the deck right now. She's trying to enjoy the sun as much as we get it. Because this area, we get a lot of rain. Other forms of entertainment, obviously sailing the boat. Cleaning the boat, working on the boat. We 3D print. It's kind of like a hobby. We like motorcycling. We do that kind of stuff. And George, this is kind of our job right now. We are working hard to become monetized. We just got the first level on one platform, and we have a little bit on some of the other platforms. We're not making a ton yet. We saved up a long time and sold everything to do this, and we're trying to make it a thing. We'll see what happens. We don't actually need to have a ton of money to like make this work for us. Yeah. Our monthly expenses are not that big. And I did not cut my hair off at all. It looks like I did. I normally don't have my hair up, but my hair is right now in a little ponytail. The sides have been shaved for over a year. Normally you guys just see my hair down and it looks like it's a full head of hair. And it's pretty voluptuous. I have some voluptuous hair. But right now it's definitely up and it looks completely different. So yes, I did not cut it off. It was trimmed recently, so Holly redid the sides, but they have been shaved for a long time. We kind of guesstimate we pay about $1,400, so $1,400. When I lived in a condo, I paid closer to like $3,500 with all in, not including food. That was just like house stuff. Right now, that's all in with everything. It's about $1,400, not including like some bills that are unrelated to like the lifestyle, just like some previous debts that I personally had. So I pay a little extra, but yeah, about $1,400 a month in total for like boat, food. Insurance, we pay $1,200 a year for insurance, so it's like an extra $100 a month. And we got like kind of bad insurance because we're new to this, so they didn't give us like a very good deal. Once we have more experience, they'll give us probably a better rate and maybe better insurance as well.
Cosmic, I think this is us learning it. It's a slow process, but this is like we have to learn it. This is us doing that. I don't know my words right now.
Do you have a mic, Holly? Do you want a mic out there?
No.
Who are you answering?
Cosmic.
I missed it. What did Cosmic say?
So it was like saying you have to be experienced, so it's I figure my words out.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to be experienced. Life is all about getting experience. We are at the dock here because we don't have a lot of experience. This time of year is not meant for new sailors to go through. You have to get your experience somewhere. As somebody who personally has motorcycled my entire life, I would agree the same thing. You need experience to be able to like go do some crazy motorcycle stuff, but the only way to get experience is by doing it. And
I get what they're saying.
oh, you're saying something else. And also, somebody said they were going to ride their Kawasaki today. I hope you do. I hope you have a good ride. Holly and I currently just have Husqvarnas. We got like 2 little street legal enduros. No kids, George. No, we don't have kids. We do have nieces and nephews. Holly's got a couple nieces and nephews, and I also do. My 2 sisters. One of them is actually currently in Germany. She's got 2 kids, 2 boys, and then 1 girl. So I got 2 nephews and a niece, and then my other sister's in Abbotsford, and she's got 2 kids, and they're both her daughters, and they're my nieces. And then Holly, how many do you have? You've got 3? 2.
4. Wait, what are you asking me?
How many nieces and nephews do you have? 4. Okay. Yeah, because she's got 2 brothers. You're Speedy Gonzales and Bugs Bunny. I know. Sorry, guys. Also, Anthony, Saskatchewan. That's where I'm from. I was born in Regina, Saskatchewan. I lived in Saskatoon, Looseland, and Outlook, Saskatchewan. I'm not sure exactly what part of Saskatchewan you're in, but I have been there. That was where I grew up, pretty much. Would love to take the leap. That's what we did. Yeah, the daily grind of corporate. Holly and I kind of got sick of that and just tried to do something different. So that's what we're working on. It's been scary at times, but I mean, we were like fed up and just like, let's just go for something.
I'm
And
watching.
Owen, I definitely will. I'll keep that in mind. 100%. It really, that is unfortunate you have an aunt with cancer. Cancer is obviously cancer. Just a horrible thing that people have to deal with. I personally have known somebody with cancer in my life. Not recently. It was a while ago now, but actually we just talked to a guy today that also had cancer. I think he's doing okay right now, but I mean, cancer is hit or miss and comes and goes. It can be a scary thing. So, yeah, no mortgage right now. We do own the boat. We do have to pay for the marina fees. In the summertime, we won't have to. Oh, okay. Change the name. Soft Game Block. Gotcha, Dad. I didn't even know that. That's my dad in the chat right there. I didn't realize it was him. He changed his name to Anthony, Saskatchewan, and I was just telling him I used to grow up there, which he obviously knew. Iceberg ahead, Jedi. Don't worry. We're on Vancouver Island between the mainland and the island, which means there has not been icebergs here in quite a long time. And don't worry, I did not cut my hair off. Everyone keeps thinking I cut my hair off. It's just in a ponytail, guys. My hair has literally been like this for over a year. I've shaved the sides. I've done that for a long time because in the summertime it gets really hot, so it's just nice to have, if I put my hair up like this, it just cools me right down. But if I take my hair to my ponytail, I have the full head of hair still. I've never, so I'm a history person. I went to school for history and philosophy, so I do know quite a bit about like Christopher Columbus and like all that kind of stuff and various other sailors in the world. I would be very interested in learning how to navigate by the stars with a sextant and stuff like that. So I don't know how to do that yet. Right now we don't have that kind of stuff, but... Oh no, Kevin! That's unfortunate. Ouch! What did she do to have that happen? Oh, that sounds horrible. Makes my neck hurt just thinking about it. You're always parked in the sleeve. Do you guys ever run your boat actually out on the water? Yes, we do. I don't know if you've been here before, but the main reason we're mostly always parked here when you guys are on the live is because it's been winter. We're in Canada, the Pacific Northwest. We bought the boat October. The summer sailing season does not start till May, so we still have like 6 days before like the summer season starts. Obviously, the season depends on what the weather's been like. Everyone around here keeps saying that the spring has been really slow to get here. It was a very mild winter overall, but it just keeps dragging on and on and on, and we just haven't got to the point where it's been good enough to go out, especially as new sailors. So we're getting there. Jedi, you're in the wrong area. You're in Canada, so I stopped spamming the chat. Appreciate you, but don't spam. We got you. I see it. Unfortunately for you, we are not anywhere near that water, so we're fine. And Chris, yes, we would like to navigate by the stars. That'd be a very cool thing. I answered you. Yes. Thank you, Holly. Sailing and history on sea navigation is cool. If you like clocks, look up John Harris. I used to like watches and stuff a lot. I'm always into that kind of thing. I used to like rebuild them all the time. I have lots of little hobbies. I feel like I have ADHD, so you know I do all kinds of stuff, random things. Fair play. You're good, Jedi. You're good. It's just hard for that kind of Navy to be around where we are because we're in the wrong water. How much does a sailboat cost? Our boat was 36,000 Canadian dollars, 27,000 US. I'm too grumpy for some of these people today. I'm sorry. You're good, Dolly. You're good. I did not cut my hair. People keep saying that. My hair is the exact same. I've had this hairstyle exactly for over a year, and I've had it before as well. But yeah, the most recent haircut was about this last year. I do trim the sides, though. The sides have been shaved for a long time. I just keep it up mostly in the summertime, so it's been nice recently. But I can just do this, guys. You want to see the hair? That's a bit of money, not going to lie. It is a bit of money, but when you consider that it's a place that we live, $36,000 is pretty cheap compared to a house. So even the cheapest condo where we live right now is $360,000. So 10 times more expensive than... There you go. The hair is not cut. It's back. The hair is back. It's this legend. What happened to your hair? My hair is here, don't worry. Still on my head. There's the hair. People were worried. Don't worry, I still have it. It's still stuck to my head. It's just I had it up for a little bit because I was enjoying having it off my neck, and it was getting warm out today for the first time. Yeah, 100%. Once you, navigating by the stars in a sextant will be awesome. Sunrise in the east and the west. Yeah. I know like some basic stuff, but I'd really like to get like this proper sextant, and there's like a big mathematical equation you got to use for all that kind of stuff, and it'd be very cool to learn all that. I know it's not hard to learn. It's just about doing it and putting in the work, and I just haven't got that part yet. Holly and I, we have got a lot of other stuff going on. And Holly, how is the concussion going? I see you're talking to Trina about it, so I'm imagining your head still throbs quite a bit, and I hope you start to feel better soon. Yeah, nothing happened to the hair. It's still here, guys. I just had it up for the day. I just, it's very easy just to go like this, and then if I got hot, I just, boom, out of the way. I practice myself by checking the compass on Google Maps after making a guess. That's a good way to do that kind of stuff, too. The technology we have is wild today. It's crazy that back in the day, nobody would have any idea what the weather was, besides they knew, like, the basic weather of the season. But especially if you were traveling to new areas, like all the people coming over from Europe over to North America who had no idea North America was even here. They'd be sailing over here, no idea what the weather would be like, no idea what the, they'd have to, like, learn. And if they didn't have the calculations right, they'd just be, like, running into stuff they didn't know about. Nowadays, we just check our phones. We can kind of know where we are, which is wild. And yeah, totally. The weather does have to be clear. Have you guys seen those, like, sunstones you can kind of look at and you can see the sun through the clouds a little bit? I know those things exist a little bit too, but it is a bit tricky. Can you please leave the boat? Why do you want us to leave the boat? You want me to go outside? I can pop outside if you want and pop up on that camera. Golden Eyes, if you want me to do that, I'll hop up and do that. I'm waiting to feel like myself. I get very off and angry. I understand that. As you may know, Holly, I have smacked my head. The only bones I've ever broken in my head are all on my face, so I know all about smacking my head. I'm right there with you. Favorite capital city? Victoria is actually really nice. The capital of BC is very beautiful. Holly and I haven't really traveled that much to many capital cities. I've been to Ottawa. Holly, have you been to Ottawa?
Yeah.
So Holly and I have been to Ottawa, capital of Canada. Have you been to Victoria as well?
Yep.
Regina?
Yep.
Where else? What other capital cities? Winnipeg?
I think I've just been through Winnipeg.
Okay, so you might have seen that as well. What other capital cities might have you been to? I can't think what other provinces you've been to. Quebec? Have you been to, is it Quebec City? Is that what they are?
I think I was on the edge of Quebec. I don't think I really went through it, though.
I went past it. Go get a tan. I mean, I was out there today. As you can see how pale I am, if I'm out in the sun too long, I'll just burn. So I got my sun for the day. I got to take it easy in the spring, guys. That's just how it goes when you're as white and pale as me.
Don't worry,
It is.
we got 2 jugs of aloe today.
We got a whole bunch of aloe just in case. It's 2:36 p.m. where we are right now. If you're living in a boat, are you locked to one specific nation, or we can float around? We can go kind of anywhere. Barack. We can kind of sail the world if we want to. It just takes a while. We're waiting for summer so we can get going a bit. I'm a terrible spelter too. I'm also a terrible speller, so don't worry about that. Go outside. I'll pop outside for you. Golden Eyes, I'll pop out on the camera just for you. Favorite capital is... So you've actually visited that city before. I'm not going to try to pronounce that because I'll mispronounce that horribly. Sounds like a dream. Fall asleep in Spain, wake up in Italy. That'd be cool. Hold on, guys. I'm going to pop out to the camera so you guys can see me. Well, I'll just wave to the camera, and then I could walk on deck too. Hopefully you guys saw me there. I waved at the camera, so hopefully you saw me. I might have been blocked. Hold on, I'm going to go outside one more time. Hold the questions for 1 second. And I'm back. Sorry, I wanted to make sure you guys could actually see me because I realized some of the words up there probably blocked my wave.
You have to tan every day.
Whew, I do have to tan every day. I do get pretty tan in the summertime once I go a little bit. The pyramids in Mexico would be very cool to visit. I have personally been to Mexico, but never to any of the pyramids. Holly and I do plan to sail down to Baja, Mexico eventually, which I don't know if that's anywhere near anything like that. You wave back? Thank you, Holly, for waving back. Whew. Sorry, guys. That was quite the work. Thank you very much, everybody. I went to Uruguay, and he had a wonderful time. However, he said he had to... pork roll turned out to be... Oh, wow. Well, that's wild. Hopefully that's not a thing he actually happened. That would be terrible. I'm not gonna eat anymore either. Just after hearing that,
What is that?
there's a creepy man on my boat. I know. I was the creepy man. Yeah, so Baja, Mexico. It'd be very cool to go down there and actually see the Baja 1000. We probably won't get there until mid till end of the year. So it'll be end of summertime, like August, September, October. Somewhere in there is usually the best time to leave. Every year is different. You want to make sure you check the weather and radar and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, usually it's kind of the best to leave then. We still have summer here, and the you kind of try to aim to get there after the storm season in Mexico.
And happy Friday, everybody.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday, everybody. TGIF. What kind of boat is it? It's a 1987 Hunter Legend 35.5.
Wrong.
Uh,
89.
sorry, what did I say? 85?
You said 87.
Did I say 87? I was thinking of my birthday. So yeah, sorry guys. A 1989 Hunter Legend 35.5. Holly, which I guess is, yeah, Holly is up top on the deck. You guys can hear her in the background. The kitty cat's just in front of me. Hold on. Can you wave again, Holly? Maybe I'll move this out of the way. Do you guys see her? Right there. I'll put this down here so you guys can see Holly up there through the window maybe a little bit.
Occasionally I'll peek one
She'll
eye over.
she'll peek down. She's enjoying the sun. Kitty cat's in front of me, just in front of the monitor, so the camera's completely facing the wrong way. I won't actually stop eating just because of that, but that is kind of a terrible story. That's horrible. I'm sorry that happened to somebody. I do like a lot of that kind of stuff. I'm around here. It's obviously very safe, but technically we do work remote. We're working right now. We're doing the work. San Francisco, San Diego, nice stops. We will stop probably down in San Diego. I mean, San Francisco would be cool too. We got a friend down in San Diego that keeps talking about coming up to meet us, and then we'd all sail down together because he really wants to get going. San Diego, obviously, the weather is already pretty nice there. So up here, the weather's not perfect, but we are working on it. You should do with your diet what you think you should do and not be bound by... Yeah, exactly, 100%. Some people don't like hunters, but I don't know. I think the people that don't like hunters are very pretentious, maybe. Hunters are very good boats. There are some people out there that think that hunters are, and Catalina specifically, are not very... They're not like the good boats because they were considered mass-produced. But these days, every single boat company, except for very specific ones, the Benettus, the Genoas, they're all mass-produced. They are all made in factories by the hundreds. And that's a good thing in a lot of ways because that means there's lots of parts, and also like they do a lot of them, so they do it very well. Some of the one-off boats are going to be really hard to find parts for, and a lot of other things like that. Welder, that's amazing. Weld metal for elevators, boats. That's awesome. I know how to weld. I'm not going to pretend I'm a professional. I've never done it for a living. I'm like self-taught. I've done MIG and TIG welding. I like to do automotive. So I was my recent profession was traffic. I worked in construction for the city of Calgary, closing roads for traffic, basically, for emergency vehicles and construction. Holly did that as well. Before that, I was a mechanic. So I was an automotive tech, which means you do have to do a little bit of welding, but obviously not professional. I'm nowhere near, like, your skill level is like 99 times my skill level will ever be. But I like doing it. I used to like build stuff for cars with welding as well, but, you know, I'm sure you're way more skilled than me as a professional welder. And yeah, ours is an 89. It's a very nice boat. Some of the new hunters people don't like. They don't have the backstays anymore. The older ones still do, and they're very nice. From Russia. Hello, Russia. How's it going? We're in Canada, Vancouver Island. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, like, follow, share, subscribe. We do very much appreciate it. From Antarctica. Are you actually in Antarctica right now? That'd be cool. I have never been. I don't think I want to go. It looks cold down there. Not a lot of people hanging out around there unless you're in a research center or something. I'm from Turkmenistan. Oh, that's cool. Mechanic is a noble... Yeah, it's a good profession. Not a lot of people do it anymore. I couldn't do it. That's why I switched professions. I was in a couple accidents, and my neck and my shoulders like seize up nowadays, so I have to be careful. So all the mechanicking I do now is all like personal for the boat or like my own personal cars and vehicles. I used to put on tires, but I also just like rebuilt engines and, you know, I mean, there's the basic stuff, tires, oil changes, tire rotations. I can't even think of it, like belts, AC recharges. But there's also things like engine rebuilding, building race cars. I worked on Volkswagen, Porsches, and Audis for a long time, but I also did like Toyotas, lots of JDM cars. I built rally cars for a little bit. Not actually like built-in rally cars, but I built like a customer A rally type car, not a full-on rally car. They do make electric cars, yes. They're still fairly new, and the one problem with electric boats, obviously, is the range, which has kind of always been the problem with electric cars, although everything's getting better with the battery technology. The big thing now is just, like, obviously, if your engine is powered by batteries and you're out sailing for days at a time, you want to make sure that your batteries can be topped off. So you have to have lots of solar. There are a few boats out there that do have that. They're usually very, very new and very, very expensive, but they're very cool. Hope things are good. I am offer on a Alberg 29 is going through. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. I hope it goes through as well. I leave you with trivia item for you. Do you know that Turkmenistan beards are not legal? I did not know that. Is that actually a thing? That's wild. Why aren't they legal? Is that just like an old law that's never changed, or is there a practical reason for it? Yeah, solar's got to be good for boats. Even for us, obviously. We have solar on the boat. We need electricity for a lot of things. That's why it's really hard to do the electric motor thing unless it's like a day trawler or like, you know, just a day sailor. To have like a liveaboard boat that you can go for like months at a time, you want to have a really good solar system so you can have all your electricity on your boat plus your engine and make sure you can top up the batteries all the time. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. 6-7? Sorry, I'm missing what you're saying, George. Science books instead of some, except for some science. I am 9. Are you... I'm not sure what you're saying, George Smith. I have no idea. I apologize. The water can definitely be used as power. Some people do have... there are like some... So nowadays there are like the wind generators, and there's also one that can do like in the water while you're moving. But I mean, there's still the laws of physics that are hard to overcome. Obviously, if you're sailing with the wind to move your boat, it's not going to be... And you put something in the water, it's going to slow you down. So it depends what you're trying to do and how much power you want. It's kind of like, you know, diminishing returns at some point. But there are totally things nowadays where you can like sail, you can have wind power and something in the water that kind of like churns like as the boat's moving to also generate power. Ramsey, we have a Yanmar 3GM30F diesel engine. I can show you if you want. It's just behind the steps back there. Not sure is the reason. Okay, lazy. I did not know. That's crazy. I mean, maybe, yeah, I'm not going to pretend to guess on why they would do that, but I did not know that was a thing. K2, Holly and I both chose to live on the boat. It was just so if you want to know the really basic like rundown of how we got here, I've been watching people living on alternative lifestyles for like my entire life. I like the idea of living in a trailer, an RV, a van. I like people that live in like big, like winterized tents. I always thought people living in boats were really cool. So I've always been into that and always wanted to do it. I just never thought I'd have the chance to do that. Holly's always kind of been the same, where she thinks boats are cool, but she never thought it would be a chance to do it. Eventually, I worked for the city of Calgary, and Holly did too, for about 12 years. I eventually got on full-time, and then they laid me off after 12 years and tried to rehire me as a seasonal, and I said no. Holly stayed at the same job, so she worked at the same place for another... I think it was 8 months, and then she quit because the management was so bad. So after that point, we had nothing tying us down to the area, so it was kind of like we either restart our careers, go somewhere else, or we just like do something wild and try something new. So we bought the boat and tried something new. And bland, I mean, I guess if you think my hairline's bad, I mean, at 38 I think it's pretty decent, but I mean, to each their own. Also, Holly's just outside. She's still there, so don't worry about that. Houseboat on the river is badass. We're on the ocean right now in a sailboat, but I mean, it's kind of the same. We could go up the the Fraser River, the Hare. Future boat buyers, do your research, make sure you get, make sure 100%. One of the big things if you're going to buy your own boat is to probably definitely get a survey. It's basically just an inspection. They pull the boat right out of the water. They check everything to make sure you know exactly what you're buying. Gives you bargaining power too, because if they find something on the boat, you can be like, hey, can you either fix this or I'll buy it for a cheaper price. So getting a survey on a boat before you buy it is definitely important. If you mean Scandinavian, is it better to ask, are you Danish North? So I am... yeah, Viking is technically a profession, not really like the type of person. The Viking is basically a raider or like a pirate of the back in the day. That's what they did. My ancestry is Irish, English, Scottish, and there is some Scandinavian, but it's fairly small. But yeah, I mean, I'm Canadian, so I'm kind of like Europe, all mashed into one, and that's how I came to be. So there probably definitely is a lot of different stuff like that. I mean, even the English, they had a lot of intermixing with other English or like European stuff. Uh, and yes, I know a lot of people don't like to be called that because like Viking is basically like calling someone a pirate. Basically, they're just raiders. It's like a profession of people that were from that background. The Norse is probably a better term for them.
Positivity is good.
And yeah, all the houseboat and river boat counts are awesome. I agree with that too. The weather has been starting to get nice, yes, so we can start to go pretty soon. We have taken the boat out a few times, just not a lot. How many life jackets are on board? Well, Holly and I have 2 really nice Mustang life jackets. Actually, we have 3 technically, but we have 1 each that are like brand new. They're the type that if you fall in the water, they automatically deploy. We also have like an older Mustang on board, and then we have 1 for Kitty Cat's carrying case.
And we have another one.
And another one. So we got quite a few. Plus we have like the life ring we can throw, all the flares and safety items. Pretty much everything required by the Coast Guard. The Canadian Coast Guard is on board. Are there any flaws? There was a few flaws. So we bought a boat that was not 100%, and we kind of bought it as is because we knew we could do a lot of the work. So one of the big flaws that we didn't know about actually was the sanitation tubing. So from the toilet to the blackwater tank, the hose was old and it cracked. So once we owned the boat, that happened. Luckily for us, we hadn't been using it and nobody had been. So the water was mostly just filled with seawater, and it wasn't that bad. It did still stink though. It was really gross to do. We did it on Valentine's Day. It was a romantic date. Cost us $133 and quite a like the full day to like rerun the tubing. Other things were, if you guys don't know much about sailboats, but the blocks, which is basically a pulley. I'm gonna move this so it's out of my way. Hold on 1 second, so you guys can actually see my hands. I like to talk my hands sometimes. No, you're good. The pulleys on the boat are called blocks, and then the pulley wheels are called shivs. So the shivs on the boat were old, sun damaged and brittle, so a lot of them shattered, and so a lot of the ropes wouldn't like smoothly run through the obviously through the blocks. So we actually 3D printed a lot of the shivs themselves, the actual pulley wheels, not the blocks, the shivs. And now they all run really smoothly. We printed it out of nylon carbon fiber, which is very strong. They're way stronger than the original ones. Do you have to take the boat to pull... Sorry, do you have to take the boat to pull the wastewater? We don't. Well, technically we do. So if we do fill up our blackwater tank, we do have to go to the pump out station, which is not that far from us. And then we get it pumped out. Right now we're at the marina, so we just use the marina's bathrooms and showers, then we don't have to do that. Boat meaning break another 1,000. I know everyone always says that. So far we've only had to break out a couple hundred, but you know, that's 6 months worth. And yes, I mean, the world history is full of all that kind of stuff. The world history is honestly pretty sad and unstable. Right now, the world is kind of sad and unstable as well, and I really feel bad for a lot of people that have to deal with, like, government's choices and things. I'm sorry you live in your boat. That sucks. I mean, we don't think it sucks, but if you don't like it, that's fine. That's fine. Nobody has to like what we're doing either. No, I am not an ignorant person. I never said you were. I don't know why you said that. Did someone else tell you were ignorant? If you don't like that we live on a boat and you don't think it's a cool idea or even a good idea, that's perfectly fine. I'm not the kind of person that's going to tell you that you're wrong. It's not for everybody, but I do think anybody could do this if they have the right mindset and want to try something like this. We live on the boat because we want to travel. That's the whole point. Has a troubled bloody history. I know. There's so many histories, lazy, of that kind of stuff. The whole world is full of unfortunate stuff like that. What else are you streaming on? We are streaming on here. I can't even say the app. If I say the name of the app, TikTok gets upset. So we're on it has a red and white symbol in a rectangular fashion with a little triangle in the middle, kind of. Don't watch the news. That's my policy. That's what we do too. We're just enjoying ourselves on the boat. Unfortunately, the world is still full of bad things. So we do prefer right now to live on the boat because that's what we're enjoying. Yeah, Kevin, we luckily got our insurance, or sorry, our registration before that happened. So we have our 10 years. After that, I guess we'll have to renew it every 4. But But yeah, we don't really watch the news very much anymore. We're just enjoying ourselves and doing different things. Oh, someone else to him. Would you rather live on a boat instead of the desert, or live in a house on the high seas? A boat in the desert or a house in the high seas? I mean, I feel like a house in the high seas would just sink, would it not? A boat in the desert at least would be a home still. Although you'd be stuck in the desert. But I think you could actually survive with a boat in the desert. It would be very hard to survive a house because it would immediately sink and you wouldn't have a house anymore. Yes, DJ knows. That's exactly where the other place we're at. Yeah, living in the boat's awesome. Holly and I moved here. It's a 35.5-foot boat. It's not massive, but it's not bad.
Oh, I messed up.
Yeah, there's definitely another chat, guys. If you're wondering why I'm answering questions and you guys can't see where it's coming from, it's because we got two going on. If you don't watch the news, sorry, lazy. When I said I don't watch the news, I try to avoid watching the news daily. So I do stay up to date with with current events. I know what's happening around the world because I do pay attention to that. So I know like the very basics of things. I just don't watch the daily news cycle because all you do is feel bad and anger and hate towards everything because that's all the news cycle is good for. The news cycle lives to make money on people being scared and nervous of everything going on. They just constantly repeat over and over and over all the bad things. You never ever hear any of the good stuff. So of course I do follow the news just so I can keep up to date on stuff, but I don't like overwatch it nonstop. Fuel prices are very expensive. Right now diesel is $2.59 a liter here, which is not as expensive as some places, but it's still very expensive. I don't have to wear a wound vac anymore. I'm glad, Trip on Two Wheels. How are you doing? I guess that's a good thing for you. Good day. Arizona be cheap. Can you find an unclaimed island? I feel like most islands are claimed. I don't know if if a volcano makes a new island, I suppose you could. Do you remember the last fish you caught and cooked? I mean, we caught a crab and cooked it. I don't know if you count that because it's not really a fish. Probably before that would have been like a rainbow trout. I know, you're good, Lazy. I understand. That's perfectly fine. I do think it's very important to keep up to date. It is unfortunate that the world is the way it is with everything going on. It's usually the governments that get involved with things, and then the civilians of the world end up dealing with all the downside. Most of the government have like special bunkers they can hide in. They don't generally have to deal with all the hardship that they bring on to everybody else. It's just the regular civilians like us, we all end up having to deal with the high prices of fuel, food, gas, I guess I already said fuel, but all that kind of stuff. And then obviously the things that happen because of it. Trip, I don't know if that's 100% true. I do agree with that to some extent. The problem for us is the one platform has really helped push the other one at first. I think now if we switch to just one or the other would be good, but I also think it's very good to diversify between the two. Just because platforms are notoriously bad at going through times when things go wrong. Because I know back in the day there was a big thing with one of the platforms, which I can't say on here, where they stopped paying people for a long time, and then everyone that worked there just like literally had no way of making money. So if you have multiple platforms that you make a little bit on everything and you diversify a bit, that's kind of the reason we're doing it the way we are. So yes, I do agree that if we focus more on one, we probably grow faster, but I think it's important to do more than one because we don't want to get stuck in a situation where we don't. Who voted? I don't know. I have no idea. We're in Canada, so we have no choice in that. Stop dissolving yourself of blame. I don't think I did. What did I say that dissolved me of blame? I'm not American, so I have nothing to do with who got elected in America. I literally have no say in that. I am not a citizen. I have no citizenship there. I literally cannot do anything about what happened in America or what's happening there. So you must have to go somewhere else to figure that out. I do still pay attention, but I have no choice there. My fuel tank is 121 US gallons. Fuel is going to be expensive this year. I know. Ours is only 72 liters, and I already know it's like pretty much double the cost. It's a little bit more than double. We need to talk sometime. I can probably help you. I appreciate it, Trip. You've been often in our stream, and you're awesome. I do appreciate you. I do like your channel as well. I'm not talking about you. Okay, sorry, I missed something. I missed the chat within the chat. It happens sometimes. What's the worst way you discovered an undoubtedly odd method of allowing I'm interested to hear what your input. Sorry, I feel like I'm misunderstanding your question. What's the worst way you discovered an undoubtedly odd method of allowing revelations regarding discourse among other individuals in a timely way? I'm interested. I don't even know what that means. I can't even think of that off the top of my head right now. I feel like I'd have to reread that like 7 times, and there's not enough time in the chat to really think about that. Sorry, I can't even think off the top of my head what you mean by that. I haven't been working out, AJ, as much as I'd like. I have worked out my entire life, so I'm not gonna pretend I'm like I've never worked out. I do like to work out a ton. I just don't have like I haven't had as much time. We've been working really hard on our content, our different platforms, our streaming. We still, sorry.
Can you shut that off?
Yes. Sorry guys, we just have a neighbor coming by, so I'm just gonna turn off the stream. What's a politic? I avoid such topics. We also avoid the topics of politics. 2 tons of fuel. Going to be interesting. I'll hang a tarp for my radar arch this year and sail. 100%, yeah. You're going to have to. I'm glad we have that. We keep joking that we're just going to have to raise a sail right from the marina. It's going to be really hard for us to get out of here because our marina's like a weird shape, so there's no way we could get out with just sail, but we're going to make it. We're going to paddle out of here, and then we're just going to sail everywhere. Have been a consultant on several others. That's cool, Trip. We will. I'm going to have to message you somehow. I don't even know. Can you message on the YTs?
AJ Bryant's pretty strong, but I can still beat him up.
Yeah, if I started working out more, I could definitely like gain pretty fast because I have like I used to work out like 4 to 5 times every single day for a long time. It's only been recently where I've kind of like slacked off because of moving out here. We obviously don't have access to a gym right now. We do have access to like a 25-pound weighted vest, which we do use on the boat, but that's like our only weight, which is fairly light compared to like what we actually use at a gym. We'd also have gymnastic like rings that we can use. We can like hang them from the mast and stuff like that. So there are lots of ways for us to work out. It's just a little bit different, and we've been more busy. I just don't fully understand it. Whoa. I apologize. Is this one of those things with there's a chat going so fast? A lot of really big words, and that might make me sound really dumb. Just all of the words all at once mixed together. It would be something I'd have to like look at and think for a little while about, and it's just hard to do while I'm also answering a bunch of other questions. I just don't have the like brain capacity to like answer everybody else, think about a ton of other things. I feel like I have ADHD and my mind's going like 1,000 miles a minute with like 19 other things. So I'll often just like miss things that people are trying to say in like really simple questions. I misunderstand sometimes. Just one of those things while you're trying to do like 19 things in your head. And we do get exercise climbing all over the boat, 100%. And we have Wesley. That is really good advice, by the way. Moving out onto the boat, that was one of the... So Holly and I are both very introverted, but moving out here, doing something we've never done in our entire lives, that was one of the big things I wanted to get over. The first thing we did when we got to the boat at the other marina is there was like a huge rock just outside our marina that everyone apparently always hits. The first thing we ever did was we went and talked to like everyone in the area to ask them what the best way out of that marina was. So we did that. We talked to all the people. There's lots of people on our dock right here. They're both sailors and like power boaters, and they're all really awesome. So yeah, we don't have any trouble asking people for advice. There's so many people around here. Plus, we've met lots of people online as well. There's a lady named Stephanie, who is currently sailing live, and we talk to her all the time as well. And then there's a guy named Sailboat who has done this. He went from he bought a boat down in San Diego or San Francisco, I can't remember, and sailed it all the way back up here. But yeah, there's lots of people that we've talked to about sailing. And sorry, somebody said something about a wheel and I missed it. My favorite animal is the noble centipede. Oh, you're the centipede guy. Okay, I knew I recognized you from somewhere. You're the one that talked about the centipede before. Where's Holly? She's up here. So you might not be able to see her. Holly is chilling up on deck. There's like the helm right there and the tarp on it. I don't know if Holly, can you wave? There she is. You guys see her? Right there. Kitty cat's just in front of us as well. Yeah, cruising community is very amazing. All the people that like boat, sail, and other, they're all really, really nice people for the most part. Obviously, there's going to be a couple exceptions, but that's anywhere. Oh no, I missed it. Whoa. Basically, I'm saying if things aren't the same as they have been before, then how all will do is that focus. Then how, if things aren't the same as they've been before? I don't even understand that either. I mean, the world goes in cycles, I believe. So no matter what's happening now, the world has definitely been in a similar spot. Maybe not the exact same spot it is now. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but the world goes in cycles. We have like moments of somewhat peace where there's very few things going on in the world, although there's always going to be conflict because people are people and greedy. But we've always had this thing where we like go through. I'm like a history student, so like going through cycles where we have like really bad situations and in the world, and then it goes through like a moment of peace, even though there still is stuff going on in the world, just not as large scale. So I don't know if I fully understood what you're talking about, but the spider monkey is also a beautiful creature. I live in Armenia now, friend. Oh wow, that's cool. I've known a few Armenians. I don't know 100%. I think there's a guy at the top of the hill here who is also Armenian. I identify with the noble spider monkey. Oh, I see, yes. Okay. We are on the Pacific Ocean, Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. I always used to want a spider monkey. I don't think I would now just because I don't have, I don't have the capacity to take care of one properly, but I always thought they were really cool. The only constant in life is change. 100%. I definitely agree with that. The world is always changing, and it's really hard to, like, guess that kind of stuff. I think there are, like I said, the things go through cycles, and you can kind of like predict things a little bit, but you're never going to be 100%. And the cycles can change their rhythms, I guess, maybe. Yeah, 100% Dural. Who knows, Dureel? Hopefully not, but the world is kind of crazy like that. The unloved cormorant. I don't even know what that is, lazy. Point Robert. Point Robert would be cool. I've driven past there 100 times because we live in Canada, obviously. In Vancouver, like coming up to the island, we drove by Point Roberts, but I've never actually gone into Point Roberts side of things on the American side. Geckos are very cool. I agree with that, 100%. We are on the ocean. We're not like sailing right now. We're at the dock, so. Normally we do have a camera up here, but we have a neighbor out there, and I don't want like the camera to just be like in their face. So we turned off the camera just so we don't bother anyone else. Maybe I should even bring it in. Do you know if they're still out there, Holly?
I think so. I think, yeah.
I'm gonna bring the camera in for a second just so it doesn't feel uncomfortable because they don't know if it's on or not. So Holly and I do the live stream thing, but it doesn't mean we have to like make everyone else feel uncomfortable by shoving cameras in their face. So normally we have a camera outside that you guys would be able to watch. Maybe I can even put out the other side. Maybe I'll try to do that. Right now we have it off just because the neighbor is out there and we don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. But I'm going to try to put the camera on the other side. Is that right? Are you going to be visible on that, Holly?
I think the solar panels will be in the way as well.
Okay, I'll just leave it for now. Sorry guys, no second camera for now.
Sorry.
That's all good. And yeah, history's got a lot of things going on with it too. Jin, I suppose you probably could. Depends if you plan to cross borders or not, because every country is different, obviously. You could probably totally do that as long as you were legal in your country, as long as you don't cross borders, because then you got to be really careful with that kind of stuff. It's like anything, though. Change visa, sorry, just as Canada changed visa requirements for South Africans, go back down to Seattle. Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that's the problem with crossing borders. You always have to make sure of the laws and what's changing with stuff like that. To get off the vessel. Yeah, that's crazy. I know during COVID it was like crazy too for people getting on and off boats. We do currently have bananas on the boat, yes. I know everyone thinks it's bad luck. We got bananas right over here. Right now we're at the dock, it doesn't count. Sea-dwelling birds, that's cool. I like a lot of birds. Birds are amazing. Holly likes birds a lot. She used to have a little budgie named Kahuna. Anzac here, morning, hello. Day, mate. The only constant life chain. Morning from Australia. Kind of like your Remembrance Day. Oh, wow. Well, have a good, I guess, Remembrance Day sort of thing. That's Not quite the same, but it's very similar. K9, thank you for being here. I hope you have a good day for that holiday. Is it actually a full-on holiday, just like our Remembrance Day? Also, thank you very much. Who just sent that? I missed it. Swimming Pumpkin, thank you for the Wolfbird gift. Appreciate it. I think you are the second gift we've received today. And we love you. Thank you so much. Yes, yeah, exactly. Store them away from the other fruit. The big thing with bananas is they let off gases as they are, I guess, decaying or like ripening that can affect other fruits and vegetables out on the dock as well. We have them over here by themselves, so we have some stuff over there. But I mean, we're at the dock, so it doesn't matter. We go shopping pretty much daily. We don't have like a huge store of fruits and vegetables on the boat right now because we don't need to because we're at the dock. So yeah, so lazy. The whole story with bananas is one because they do off gas and like it'll affect other fruits and vegetables to spoil them faster. So part of the reason for the superstition is that they make everything else in the boat go bad and then you don't have food. The other thing is back in the day when people had to have like sailboats were literally traveling the world delivering fruits places, the bananas would go bad so fast compared to most other stuff. So the ships often would go really quickly and try to like do stuff that like cut corners basically so that they could get to their destination faster. And cutting corners often causes things to go wrong and people crashed and sank. And then so it's bad luck to have them on board because banana ships always sank. So that's kind of like the two big things when it comes to that. And yeah, exactly. People used to also think that it was bad luck for women to be on a boat, but there are many ladies. There's actually Stephanie right now, one of our friends. She is sailing right now, solo sailing. There's quite a few ladies that are solo sailing all over the place. Holly is obviously on this boat and is a big part, if not the biggest part of this this boat. And so yeah, people used to think lots of things, but it doesn't really mean it's true. Have you seen anything really weird, like huge creatures or something? I mean, we are so far we've only sailed close to shore because we've dealt with winter. Sorry, and how long have we lived here? We've lived on the boat for about 6 months, Anna. All right, was that Anna? I'm not sure who said. Oh, that was. Anyway, Anna, thank you for the heart me. We've lived on the boat for about 6 months. History is bananas. I agree with that. Pirates, we don't have to worry about them. We're in Canada. The craziest things we've seen are like sea lions and seals. They snuck up on us one time when we were anchored off the shore a little ways, and it just kind of freaked me out, but it wasn't that scary. We figured it out really quickly what it was. But yeah, we haven't really had to deal with anything really weird in the ocean yet. So this is not a TV. I mean, it's a monitor. It's a computer monitor, so it's basically a TV. We have Starlink internet, which is how we have internet on the boat. I think the marina actually here has Wi-Fi as well, so even if we didn't have Starlink, we could do that. And thank you very much, Lazy. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good... I hope everything goes well for you as well. Pirates are 100% real. They're not quite the same as they used to be back in the day. Nowadays, it's mostly like really people that are in fortunate situations in the world. They can't afford food, and they need some kind of way to like make kind of money. Obviously, it's not the greatest thing to do in life. You're not doing anything that's like good to anybody else. But for the most part, they're just like hungry people that are starving and trying to like do something. They just don't have a lot of means to get that, so they turn to things like piracy. So they totally exist in the world. They're only in very few parts in the world. Obviously, Canada has a pretty strong like Navy, police, and Coast Guard presence, like America, and a lot of other bigger countries. There are some poorer countries in the world where there are pirates that exist a lot more. They're usually fairly well-known locations. There are, of course, you know, a pirate could pop up in Canada, but they would probably be arrested pretty quickly. So yes, pirates do exist, but they're usually in very specific areas, and they're very well known of. 10-foot shark spotted off the coast of Huntington Beach. Really? That's crazy. I know there was a big great white spotted like 100 kilometers off the coast of Tofino, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But that was a while ago now. Kind of figured. Yeah, sorry. If I missed your comment, we are in Canada. We're on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. Yeah, we're working right now. That's what we're doing. We're working. We're working here. They have washed in a bucket currently at the dock. Yeah, so I see my dad's answering some questions in the chat right now. How do we do laundry? Right now, so we're at the marina. We have access to plug-in for power. We have to pay extra for that. Whatever we use, we pay for. We have access to water to like fill our water tanks. We also have access to washers, dryers, bathrooms and showers. We do have to pay a little bit for those things, but it's way cheaper than going to like a laundromat. We do pay like $1 for 10 minutes of a shower, which sounds crazy until you realize like if you have a house, you're still paying for your shower. You just have to pay for electricity and the whatever charges your hot water or whatever, so electricity or gas or whatever. But we do have the ability to do showers and bathroom and washing on board. If we're doing washer and dryer, or sorry, like laundry on board, we usually use this bucket. So right now, because we're at the dock, we just use the marina stuff. If we need to out at sea, we can wash it by hand in the bucket and then hang dry it. You can also buy like a mini washer dryer combo type thing. Maybe one day we'll get one of those. Is it true that Canadians apologize a lot? I think it depends on the Canadians. You'll probably catch me saying sorry quite a bit. I don't know why we say that all the time. I think it's like a... What do you call that? What do you call it when you... When a group of people always does something and people say that it's a thing? What's that word for that? I can't think of it right now. Oh, anyway, I do think it's true. Yes, Canadians often apologize a lot. Not everybody, but yeah, I mean, Canadians definitely do apologize a lot. I know I apologize probably more than I should. I apologize for things I don't need to apologize for, but it's just like part of things, I guess. Do the mounted police up there get their horses on the Coast Guard boats, or do they mount something else? So, around where we are right now, we see the RCMP, which is the Royal Mounted Police. They have their own boats. They do not bring their horses out on the water. They only ever use horses, I think, nowadays for like very few things, and mostly it's for like show during parades and stuff. Although I think they do use them for certain events that are actually usable, like in the city. But we also see the regular police in the area, the Coast Guard, and the oh, what are they called? I can't think of the name of it. There's something else. There's lots of different area people around here that, you know, patrol the waters. What province am I from? So right now we're in British Columbia. I was born in Saskatchewan. Holly, who's outside there watching the kitty cat now, she was born in Ontario. But we both lived in Alberta for the past 15 years. Not this old Canadian. You don't apologize, Deluge? I mean, like I said, not everyone does. I feel like I do probably apologize too much. I don't know. What is your name? Good sir, call me Sergey. It is nice to have met you. It's nice to meet you too. My name is Brian. It's Bryan. Holly's outside. Her name is Holly. So it's Brian and Holly. And then the kitty cat's name is Cece, just about with 2 C's. That would be hilarious, 100% if they had horses on boats. I have seen horses on boats before, but I can only imagine on like the little patrol boats, the horses on there for some reason. I don't even know who Daryl Sheets is. Yeah, exactly. Horses are often traveling on boats, especially like around here. There's lots of little islands, so there are like farms and stuff near here that have different kinds of animals on boats to like get them there. Bucking, we will probably not be going that direction. It's not really the safest for us right now. We have a tapping goal of 50k today. Thank you, Trina. I guess the tapping goal is 50k, everybody. Double tap the screen. Let's get ourselves up to 50. We're at 30k right now, or almost 30. Actually, what is it on your screen, Trina? What does it show? On the TikTok Live Studio, it shows 29k, but I know it's usually off by a couple thousand at this point. And thank you, Me Love Books. Me also love books. Holly loves books. I haven't read as much as I used to. Mainly now I do like audiobooks just because we have not a lot of time. The most recent stuff we've been reading instead of books has been like learning about sailing and like online stuff. So unfortunately not as fun as some books, but still reading, I suppose. To my family for sure. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I still apologize obviously to people I know and love more than anything else, but I feel like the world... Maybe people should apologize more. Nowadays, everyone is so self-centered. It comes to, like, everyone's like, I don't need to apologize to anybody else for anything I do. And people just, like, barge through stuff. I feel like maybe more people should apologize for some of the stuff, or at least be more courteous to other people. I will not have any horse slander. Horses, such as centipedes. Horses are amazing. So, Lazy Holly, who is just coming in the door right there, or she's at least standing in the door, she used to work on a ranch So she's worked on a few ranches, actually, I believe. She used to ride horses quite a bit for, like, professionally. She's a very good horseback rider. I have also ridden horses and I love them. I'm nowhere near as capable as Holly is on horse, though. Stop by. Thank you very much, Paulo, for the thumbs up. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you always pop in. 30K. Okay, so it's not that far off today. We are rocking it. Chad, I don't know. I mean, that is probably the cheapest way to go, so why not? I don't really have any plans for what's going to happen to me afterwards. I think people can just, whatever's cheapest, go for it. It doesn't really bother me what happens to the rest of me. To Kill a Mockingbird? I am not a fan of that book. That book freaked me right out for some reason. I had to read it in school. It was like a requirement back in high school, so that's maybe why it's not my favorite book at all. I can't even think what my favorite book would be. I liked Dune. The Dune book was really good. Yeah, apologize more, or at least be courteous of other people, so you don't have to apologize. So half the time when I say sorry, it's just like I accidentally bump into somebody. I'm not really saying sorry, I'm saying like excuse me, but I use the word sorry, so maybe I shouldn't use sorry, I should say excuse me. Yeah, audiobooks are nice. The Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'll have to look into that. And I agree with that too. I always find it funny when people like don't want to apologize for like, even if it's an accident, it's still nice to just be like, excuse me, I didn't mean to do that, sorry about that. Just move on. Where do we get the boat from? Holly and I bought it. So we lived in Calgary, Alberta, nowhere near the ocean, and we just decided we wanted to buy a boat and live on one. So we started looking. The first boat we tried to buy was out in Gibson's, or was it Seashell? We looked at a few, but one of them we actually put a deposit down on. We did the survey for, which is almost $2,000. We went and did the sea trial. We told them we basically would buy it as long as they fixed a few things. And then, looking like a beach bro, appreciate it. What's up, Breaking Wind? And then that boat fell through. So at the end of the summer, they basically were like, we're fixing everything. They started work on it, but we had a bunch of like, there was the Canada Post strikes and a bunch of like stuff like that. So by the end of the year, by the time everything came in, they were working on the last parts, and then it broke. And then they were like, do you want to keep going with this, or are you gonna, it might take a couple more months to get parts. So we backed out of it. I did see that that boat is now for sale again this spring for $30,000 if you guys are interested. We do have a survey for it. I should actually message that guy, I forgot. And then we found this boat. My dad actually found this boat on Facebook Marketplace, I believe. It was on a bunch of other sites too, but that's where he found it originally. We have never had fireworks on the boat, no. Do you think she likes you as much as she likes her? I think so, yeah. But I mean, you'd have to ask her. Yeah, somebody already told me I sound like Steve Buscemi. Hey, the book is really good, Lazy. I'm not saying it's a bad book at all. It's a great book. Obviously, there's a reason we had to like take it in high school. It's a very good book. It's just like one of those things. I didn't like it because of the time, because I was taking it in school. We didn't name the boat. The previous owner, I think, did, and its name is Delphina. CC stands for cubic centimeters. So I'm a big motorcycle fan. I always have been. I also like engines in general. So cubic centimeters, it is, you know, usually what motorcycles are measured in, unless it's a Harley Davidson, and then they measure them in cubic inches. But yeah, cubic centimeters is very common. So I just called her CC, and I just like the name. I mean, you could spell it with like S-I-S-I or C-E-C-E, but... Fishda, we're good. How are you doing? Holly's outside of you guys. She is here, but she's just hanging outside right now. And yeah, Holly's kind of answering in chat right now, so Nomadic Whims Gaming, she's on that channel. 67? Jen Bold? Unless I misheard something. 40, 50, yeah, 67? 67? What's life living in a boat? It's been nice. We've enjoyed it. You like fishing? We love fishing. Yeah, we haven't done a lot of it on the boat yet, but we could. We have not seen anything crazy in the night sky yet. Obviously, we may eventually, and if we do, we'll let you guys know. We want to travel. So our first big goal we keep always talking about is we'd really like to go to Mexico, the Baja Peninsula very specifically. We'll have to see. The world changes, life changes. That's our goal at the end of the year, but we'll see. I mean, nothing wrong with being uncomfortable in books. That's part of the reason why I like. I mean, even Dune has uncomfortable scenes. It's kind of like a whole, I guess, play on reality. So feeling uncomfortable while reading a book is definitely not a bad thing. And yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are racist in the world. We have never cleaned underneath our boat yet. The boat, when we bought it, was just hauled out, repainted, all the zincs were replaced, and it was cleaned, obviously. We do try to scrape it with a hull scraper when we can. We do need to go board. There's a guy over here that keeps offering, and we just haven't taken him up on it. He has like a really long pole that we can get onto the boat with. In the summertime, we'll dive underneath it and probably scrub it ourselves as well. Batman, it all goes into a holding tank on our boat. We have a blackwater tank, and then it goes into a pump out station when we go there. We haven't had to gas up a lot because right now it's wintertime, so we haven't been moving very much. Also, it's a sailboat. We don't really use our engine as much as we try not to use the engine as much as we can. We don't have a frame picture of the outside of the boat, but we actually have a second camera. Usually I show you guys there's another camera right up here, but our neighbor is outside, and we didn't want to like make him feel uncomfortable because just because we're showing everything on the internet doesn't mean our neighbors want to be on the internet. So we turned off that camera. So unfortunately, you guys can't see that. If they leave, is he still there, Holly?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, right now he's still there, so we don't want to like make anyone uncomfortable. So we brought it in, so there's no camera out there right now. No, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that, Batman. That's where it goes. It goes into a holding tank and it gets pumped out. There's a pump out station that's free, not too far from us. Storms, right now, because we're at the marina, dealing with storms is easy. We just hang out here. Why trade motorcycle life for boat life? We didn't. We still do motorcycle. Fishta. Holly and I, so I've had motorcycles since I was 18 years old. I've had quite a few over the years. Right now, I have a Husqvarna 501 and Holly has a 350. They do actually fit on the boat, and we have had them on the boat. They are small and street legal enduros, and we love them, and we still have them. That's one thing we didn't get rid of. We weren't quite ready to get rid of them. We'll see if we have to. They are kind of a pain to get on and off the boat. But if we go down to Baja, Mexico, I think we want to ride them in the desert. I think that'd be awesome. Skylit Drive. Somebody else said that. I don't know who that is, but... No user. It's myself, Holly, and the kitty cat. Favorite sport? That's actually a hard one. If someone forced you to tell them what it is. So I haven't really been watching a lot of sports. I used to watch sports a lot. I used to be involved in a lot of sports. I like to play basketball. Basketball may be my favorite sport I've ever been involved in. I also really like racing, like automotive car racing. I don't know if you count that as a sport though or not. But yeah, like football, soccer, racing, and basketball are probably like my top three. If it's for playing basketball or racing, but I used to like all of those. Those are like my favorites, I guess. Also rugby. Rugby is a very cool sport. So I guess I just narrowed it down to 4, which is not really the top one. But yes, we do have flares. Of course we do. We have everything legally required by the Coast Guard. And apologies, guys. I know the internet is kind of cutting out right now. We're off Starlink, so it's not always perfect. Downsides that not many boaters talking about living on a boat. Obviously it's not perfect. I always find social media in general and content creators, they show only the good days. Just like anything living anywhere, you're going to have really bad days for different reasons. Obviously boats, you do have to maintain them. There's lots of like work on a boat. So I would say the boat has more like little jobs to do constantly, even though it's a smaller space. But it's not hard jobs, just lots of them. There's lots of like moisture on boats, so you have to be aware of the mold and stuff like that. We are obviously in Canada in the wintertime. It gets kind of cold. It doesn't have a perfect... Chad, I think you actually can, yes. I don't know if they call it that, but I think you can get one. The other thing is it's a little bit harder. We don't have a water maker. If you have like unlimited money, you can obviously just like pay everyone to do stuff for you, but we do not have unlimited money. We're not like rich people. We don't have a water maker. So we have to come back to the dock to get water. So we have a limited 270 liters, which is a decent amount, but obviously it goes through pretty fast. We also have to dump our blackwater tank. We have to use solar for electricity, which means if there's no sun, we have no electricity. So there's lots of like things that are easy to get when you're in a city or town that are a little bit harder on a boat, but we give up the easy access to those things for the ability to travel. I'm trying to think of something else that's maybe a bit of a pain. I mean, right now, because we don't use our toilet because we're in the marina, we mainly go up top to use the bathroom up at the top of the hill, which means if we need to go to the bathroom in the morning, we have to get up, walk up. It's not that far, but it is like a good 5-minute walk to the bathroom right now. Riston, I can't remember when the standing rig was last replaced, but it is in very good condition. I can't remember. I think they told us when we bought it, but I don't remember right now. But it looks beautiful. I'm 22, I've worked since being 9. I am 38 right now, and I've also worked a long time. I don't know when I started work, but I mean, I did like paper routes and stuff like that when I was really young, but I don't know if you count that as a job. It was like a very part-time. But I also worked at like lumber yards and things like that throughout my life. We do use Starlink, yes. We are on water right now, but we're at the dock, so we're very close to land. Come to Yukon? I mean, I'd love to visit Yukon. I think Hollywood also. During the summertime, it'd be pretty nice to come visit up there. How easy would it be for us to visit the Yukon? Let me just look at a map. Doesn't BC just pretty much hit Alaska? Is there a little bit of Yukon in there somewhere? No, I think we'd basically... I don't think we could technically hit the Yukon, could we? Unless we went to like the Northwest Passage or something. Yeah, because it's just Alaska. I would love to visit Yukon though one day. That'd be very cool. Well, I guess we could sail up to Alaska and then bike over to the Yukon. Starlink is amazing. What sea y'all in? We're in the Pacific Ocean. Effort is required since the motion of the ocean. I mean, yes. Starlink is amazing. We usually get like at peak times, or sorry, not peak times, at like low times. Like we usually go live around like the 1 to 2, because less people are on the internet. So one of the big things with Starlink is if there's a lot of people on the internet, the speeds really get reduced. We usually get like 300 to 400 megabytes per second when it's not a busy time. But if it's like 5 o'clock or like from now till 5, it'll start to cut off and go down to like 100 or even lower megabytes per second. And the upload speed currently is maxed at 50, which is pretty slow, especially if you have a max, like more people on it, it'll really slow it down. So like live streaming can get really interrupted. They do keep saying in 2026 of this year, sometime soon, they'll be upping the upload speed, which will be nice. You guys can hear that engine? That sounds pretty nice. If you come to Whitehorse. You can stay in your home if you come to Whitehorse. Let me just look that up real quick. Oh yeah. There's like a little river there, so you could totally sail up that way. Our boat has a keel of 4.6. Are we actually able to do that? I'm just trying to look at this. Is it a possibility for us to sail all the way up to Whitehorse? The maps make it look like it's not possible, but maybe it is. Are you rich? No, we are by no means rich. I was going to do my first live once my boat was in the water, but apparently I need 1,000. I thought you only needed 50 to go live on the TikToks.
I think it's 50 is what I heard, but...
I always forget. I think you can start to do live stuff at 50, but I think you might need 1,000 for if it's your very first account. I feel like the second account I didn't need it as much. You can go onto other people's lives, I think, at 50, but yeah, I think you need 1,000 maybe to go live yourself, which is unfortunate. Because that would be cool to see, Kevin. Are there a lot of people out there now?
No, I was
Okay.
just going to shut it so it's not so
Oh, I
loud,
see.
but...
Yes, we have seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Not all of it. We've seen a few of the episodes. I only have 550. You're getting there, Kevin. I feel like we follow you, don't we? Let's make sure. I'm pretty sure we do already. Yeah, we do.
Aw, Trina followed you too.
But yeah, we're definitely not rich. We're not like poor people either. Like we're not like, but we're not wealthy. We don't have like tons of money. Our boat costs like 10 times cheaper than the cheapest condo in the area. And yes, Colton. Soccer, what's your favorite team? My favorite team is Bulgaria. I always liked, I can't pronounce it, the BVB team, the Germans. I also really do like Arsenal in the UK. I always thought they were a cool team. Are you living your best life right now? Mostly, yes. There are some stressful times. It's not perfect. We are like I said, we're not wealthy. We don't have like a ton of extra money right now. We gave up a lot to be able to do this. And yeah, Kevin. If anyone wants to follow Kevin, Kevin Lakeboy in the TikTok side of things. He's trying to get to 1,000 followers. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I actually clicked off that. The boat episode is one of the best. Don't throw the keys in the ocean like Frank did. They're actually one of the boats we looked at buying originally. The salesman or whatever, he had that happen where he dropped it. I don't think he threw them, but he definitely dropped his keys in the water. Had to dive down for them. We have done lots of first aid training. Holly and I used to work for the city of Calgary doing construction, like closing roads for traffic. And as a requirement, we had to do a lot. Like every couple of years, we had to do first aid stuff. I've also done a lot of other jobs in my life where I've done first aid. I don't think my current first aid is up to date, but I mean, we've done first aid over the course of our lives quite a bit. It doesn't stink at all. No, the boat's nice. I mean, we live on the boat, so one of the big things, I think if you leave boats sitting a long time, that's when things start to sink, because like water builds up, or like you get a little stain in the corner or something like that. The bilge gets a little bit full. Holly and I live here full time, so we literally do like a clean twice a day, every day. So the boat smells like whatever food we were cooking, or whatever cleaner we're using. It's a very, very clean boat. And how do we start boat life? Holly and I have basically just saved up a long time. We sold everything and just went for it. So at the time, I basically quit my job. They laid me off and tried to rehire me as a seasonal. And if I didn't come back, it was like I basically had to like put in my resignation. So I basically resigned, although it was kind of like forced just because I didn't want to become seasonal or whatever. Holly worked at the same job, and she eventually quit because the management there was so bad. So we both worked at the same place. And that's how we got into it. So we just decided to buy a boat and we went for it. We just like put everything in the same basket and went for a boat. 16th year in a boat, that's awesome, Kevin. And yeah, maintenance 100% is very important for keeping things smelling good and also operating correctly. Swagger, we don't really talk about that because we do, it kind of like ruins the element of surprise for anybody that may be listening. But yeah, we do have ways of making sure we're safe. Make a fish fly. I like that, Sham. We have never found a treasure yet. One thing we would like to get one day, maybe if we could ever afford it, is a metal detector. It would be very fun to like look for little treasures. But yeah, it's definitely reasonable. Living on a boat has been awesome. There are a lot of things we got to deal with. Lindsay, we have, so I'll actually show you. You can see our bathroom. We have a bathroom right here. Around the corner in there, we have a shower. So right now, because we're in the marina, we don't really use our bathroom, our toilet, or our shower, just because we have access to the marina's bathrooms and showers. That way we don't have to fill our black water tank. But yeah, we do have a toilet. We can use that, and then we just go get it pumped out at the pump out station. It's free. It's a self-serve. But it's but yeah, we can shower at the marina. We have 2 showers, one in the bathroom there and one up on the deck. So we have a swim shower as well. And right now, Swagger, this is what we're doing for a living. Like I said, we're kind of living on our savings where we're trying to make content creation a thing. Victoria, welcome. Hello. We're a bit north of you. We're on Vancouver Island as well. We used to have a parrot, yes. Holly had a budgie. Her name was Kahuna. She was white and blue. She was very beautiful. Unfortunately, this past summer, before we bought the boat, she passed away. So she was getting pretty old, and she just didn't quite make it out of the boat. We can 100% cross the Pacific. Our boat is not necessarily designed for ocean crossing, but it can still be done. We just gotta plan properly and make sure we're ready for that. Make sure we have the proper stuff on the boat. Yeah, it's definitely very cool. I agree with that. National treasure. I want to buy a chest of loonies on an island and make clues. I mean, that'd be fun to do too. Have you ever, Kevin? Have you ever found that there's that like Great Canadian Treasure Hunt or whatever it was called? They do it like every year where they have like gold bricks. I think they bury somewhere. I don't know if the gold bricks are actually real. I think you find it and then they have like a voucher for real gold bricks or something like that. I think it's called the Great Canadian like Treasure Hunt or something. They do it every year or every couple of years. We haven't traveled too many places yet because we're very new to boating. We've only been on board for about 6 months. We plan to sail around BC here this summer, all over the place, and then in the winter time, or closer to winter, we'd like to sail down to Mexico and then all over the world, honestly, if we could. We'll see if we can make that happen. And thank you very much, Larry.
Do you want me to put the slides in the door?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's not that loud down here, I don't think. We have a toilet, so we don't have to do that. Jackson. It does sound good. Or sorry, AB, I mean. Swagger, I'm not sure. The whole point is we are trying to build up the content creation now so we don't have to live that long on the savings. We'll see how it goes. If not, we'll just get a regular job like anybody else.
Wow.
What kind of
jokes?
what kind of storage do you have? When completely full? How long could you ration? I think we could probably do a month easily. We could probably go longer if we really stressed it. We have a 270 liter freshwater tank and we don't have a water maker. So the big thing for us was we'd have to either catch rainwater or come back to shore to like fill up our 270 liters. But if we just restricted our freshwater tank to only drinking water, we could probably at least do a month, if not a little bit longer, if we really rationed it.
We have a month of fun dips.
We do have a month of fun dips. We could survive a long time on fun dips. Castaway with Tom Hanks. That's a good movie. That would be really cool, Kevin. The Lake of the Woods would be a really crazy spot to have a treasure. And yeah, we're definitely doing it slowly. We're not trying to like rush ourselves into anything. We're not trying to do anything dangerous. We're doing it very safely and securely. We're not the kind of people that are gonna like we think everything through before we go for it. And Brayden, did you ask yesterday? If we missed your question yesterday, I am sorry. Holly and I have lived on the boat throughout winter. We're also from Alberta, just so you know. Holly and I lived in Airdrie, Alberta. I used to actually live up in Grand Prairie for a little bit when I worked up there. So I'm very familiar with the cold weather that's in Alberta. Vancouver Island is a very mild part of Canada. So this winter, the coldest we got was -10. And most of the time it was -5 at night and like +5 during the day. So the ocean obviously is salt water. We don't get a lot of ice at all. Obviously it's really hard to freeze salt water. And Vancouver Island, I don't think it ever freezes on the ocean. I don't think it's ever frozen on the ocean here since the beginning of like humans being in the area, as far as I know. So yeah, that's how we survive. We just have 2 heaters, 2 electric heaters, a diesel heater, and a propane heater. So we just lived on the boat in the water all winter long.
We have the kitty cat. It's computers.
Yeah, we got the computers that run, so we got other heaters. We got the kitty cat. That's how we've kind of lived on the boat. We just lived here. We've only lived on the boat in wintertime. And yeah, 100%, Bob. That's an idea as well. I was just trying to like make it so the minimum amount of time we could probably spend is probably about a month. We could easily store enough like freeze-dried food, dried goods, non-perishables, and a bunch of other stuff and survive probably at least a month, if not longer. The hardest thing would be water. As long as we were able to catch it, we'd be fine. Depending where you are, of course, some places in the world don't get as much rain, but that would be the hardest thing. So if we weren't able to catch any rain for any reason, the water tank would probably last a month if we really rationed it. Is that easy to get a job? I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying we already lost our jobs anyway because of the situations that happened. So we went for something crazy. Sometimes you got to risk things in life. If you don't risk things ever, I don't know, nothing will ever change. So we went for a risk and we were trying to make this work. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We will attempt to get another job. Obviously, the world is a crazy place, especially right now. It's a little bit harder. I'm not trying to say it's easy because I do agree it's definitely not easy to just get another job. I'm just saying we will start looking if we need to. Kitty is still here. She's just outside right now hanging out with Holly. Our boat is 35.5 feet long. Happy Friday to you as well, Electric. And thank you very much. Finland would be cool to visit one day. We'd love to sail up that direction. Yes, our boat does have an engine. It's right back here. It's behind the stairs, right behind me. So I guess you can kind of, right there. Underneath the stairs is it's just barely less than 1 liter. It's a Yanmar 3GM30F diesel engine, 3-cylinder, non-turbo, non-turbo, mechanically injected diesel is what I'm trying to say. Dinner menu, I'm not sure what we're doing for dinner today. Probably leftovers. I think we have meat sauce, basically spaghetti and meatballs. Tony, we are living on our savings. We are starting to make a little bit on content, so making videos and stuff. We make a tiny bit of money. We don't need to have like we don't need to make even as much as we did before. Living on the boat has been very cheap, like half the price of living in a house, or even less. So we don't honestly need to make a ton to be able to survive where we are right now. We own the boat itself outright, so obviously that's gone. Summertime we won't be at the marina, so we won't have to pay for the docking fees. There's lots of stuff like that that makes it way cheaper. So we can honestly work like a part-time if we needed to, or find like little tiny jobs like that. We are hoping to make money doing the content creation thing. We just got monetized on the one platform. We make a little bit on another, so we do make a tiny bit. It is stressful right now. I'm not trying to downplay that. It is extremely stressful, but we're working on it. I used to be a forklift driver for a little while. I'm not certified anymore, but I was. The occasional "arr." Yeah, we sometimes have the pirate accent. Oh, I just missed that. What did you say? Beauty, was it tricky to learn to back it into the slip, or do you? I pull forward. We haven't backed in yet. So one of the problems with our boat is it has like no steering in reverse. The only steering you can get is you have to get it going above 1 knot, and then once it's going faster than a knot, you can like turn off put it into neutral, and then you can steer. If you are continuously moving in reverse with the prop spinning, it like doesn't have any steering at all. It's very difficult to steer in reverse. We need to get better at that. It's something so far we've just mostly pulled forward into slips. And Swagger, we don't say the exact name of the city just because there are some weird people on the internet. I'm sure you're fine. Most people are, but there are a few people that might be listening that would be not fine. George, we're in Canada. We don't really deal with pirates, so we don't have to worry about that. We do have things we can use if we need to for protection, though. And we have a 1989 Hunter Legend 35.5. It is a great air fryer. The one downside, obviously, we bought this when we owned a house before, so it's a little bit big for the sailboat. It takes up quite a bit of room. I think if we were doing it again, we'd get the smaller one. This is like the double door one, so it is a very good air fryer. It would just be nice to have a slightly smaller one just because of the boat. The new Ninja would be kind of cool. It's a bit smaller. Holly and I haven't really had any creepy encounters, no. But we're pretty new to this still. I sound silly. No, you don't sound silly. What did you say? Oh, pirates. No, that's not silly. I think it's definitely a reasonable question. We just don't really want to talk about stuff like that either, because obviously if the person that is going to do something anyway is listening, then they'll know what we have for like countermeasures or whatever you want to call that. It's actually a good question. There are places in the world that do have pirates, so it's definitely not a silly question. I think it's a good question. We are just currently in Canada where we don't have to deal with like pirates, but there's still all bad people out there. We're in Canada, Swagger. Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And Bob, of course, 100%. Holly and I are very open and transparent about everything we're doing. We're not trying to hide anything. Holly and I both are under the idea that content and social media in general, most people like fake a lot of it, and they like show everything only good days, all their best moments, and it looks really cool. It makes everything look great. It's great because people want to like escape from reality, but I also think it's kind of cool and interesting to be able to show people the like realities of some situations. It's not always perfect. I think more and more content is moving that way. There's more people that are showing like the actual realities of stuff. So we try to be really open about everything as much as we can, as long as we're able to, of course. And thank you, Sam, Family Adventures. Appreciate it. How self-reliant are you? I mean, we do have solar panels. We don't have a water maker. We could be fairly self-reliant if we really needed to be. It would take us a bit, though, so we don't have any way to like get food. We could fish. That would be the best thing we could do, and we could totally do that. We do have fishing rods. We have crab traps. That would just be, you know, we'd have to fish every single day, and we'd have to only eat fish. So right now we still do buy groceries, obviously, because it's variety is the spice of life, they say. Water would be a bit hard for us to get. We still have to kind of like come to a dock to get that, so we don't have the ability unless we catch water. We still would need to come get diesel, so we can't be self-reliant that way, although we can sail for most things if we need to. That's the beauty of a sailboat. But yeah, we do. We want to sail to other countries 100%. 100% a world tour. We don't have one of the big things that we're. I don't think we can do like a full world tour until we get like the content creation going a little bit more, so we can actually afford to do that. We do also have like in our in our profiles, you can see like we have what do you call that? Lots of ways people can like support us. We have merch, so we sell like we have hats and different things that are just kind of like our own thing. We've had a few people buy them. They're actually pretty cool. We got some hats. Holly does all the artwork for it. We don't make a ton from that, mainly because we obviously don't have room on our sailboat to like store merchandise, and then we don't have the equipment to make it. So the company that runs the website, they like sell it all for you. They like do the making it for you and storing it all, so they obviously make the most amount from that, but it's still a cool thing to share, and we do make a little bit from that, and we have other ways as well. The big thing would be obviously the likes, the follows, the subscribes really helps push our content out and gets us to the point where we can get more monetization. We're at the first level of monetization on a couple platforms, which is cool. We are very close to getting the second level of monetization. It just takes a while to get there. Coal, we do not. I don't know if a torpedo would be able to. I mean, I'm sure it could, but nowadays, I feel like if that's coming, we're screwed either way. We don't have speed on our side. We don't plan to do the Great Loop, no. Migo, we'd like to. That's one of our goals is to sail down to Baja, Mexico. Holly and I would love to visit. So yeah, one of our big things, we don't want to do the Great Loop. We're on the wrong coast, first of all. We're on the west coast. We want to sail down to Baja, Mexico, and then from there the world, if we get the chance to. And yeah, 100%. I mean, you could. There are probably people out there that are very self-reliant on the water, and we could become more self-reliant. It just takes a while to get to the point where you have the setup. I feel like even on the land, you have to. It takes a bit to get like everything set up. You can't just like buy a plot of land and then just be immediately self-reliant. It takes a bit before you're all set up for that. We are not going to Antarctica. Holly and I live in Canada. We're basically on the opposite end of the Antarctica region. Obviously, it's not quite as harsh, but it's still pretty cold up here. We want to go to the warm areas. We are not planning to go to Antarctica. I have so many. You have so many what, Thornton? Ahoy, Dennis, what's going on? Holly's just outside, guys. Holly, are you out there right now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's right there.
Hello.
You see her?
Thank you.
It looks fake. It's definitely not. We usually have a camera, so normally just above my head. Holly and I put a camera outside so you guys can see that as well. I don't know why you think it looks fake. I guess everyone thinks everything is fake nowadays. I could literally... Here, I'll show you outside right now. I guess you could still think this is fake. So even if I show you this, you'll probably still say it's fake, and that's fine. If you don't think it's real, you don't have to. Not trying to force anybody to think anything. Now we're on my camera phone. Hello, everybody. Here's the sailboat. There's a window up there. There's the V-berth. There's Holly outside. Here's a window.
Fake. All fake.
There's the boat. There's the water. And there goes my window. It just fell off. I'll just put that down there for now. But yeah, there's the outside. I kind of just showed you guys. I'm actually going to open it up for now.
Wow. I thought you were...
I could show them outside. Sure. 1 second, guys. No, you're good. I understand lots of people nowadays don't want to trust things, but there's the kitty cat.
She's the captain.
This is the captain of the boat.
Aww.
Here's our like shower and everything. There's nothing wrong. If you want us to show you guys stuff, we're more than willing to like show you guys everything. No, yeah, I did. Oh well. I just spilled a bunch of rainwater on my shirt, and it probably stained it because I think it had some rust in it. So, anyway, there's the outside, everybody. I just got that everywhere, probably. Oops. I'll have to get a fresh shirt after. That's okay, though.
Yep.
100%. Somebody will say it's a green screen, and 100%. Not everyone's going to believe that we're on a boat, and that's fine. Let me drive the boat. Come on, hop on the boat.
Use white vinegar.
We need to get the captain hat. We should be able, so we have a 3D printer on the boat. We could 3D print her a little hat. It's a her. King Kilo. The kitty cat is a her, and she also King Kilo. Your puppy is super cute. Holly and I were watching some of your stuff today. 50,000. Did we hit 50,000? Oh wow! On our end, it only shows 45. Thank you guys so much for 50,000 likes on the TikToks. It sometimes gets a little bit rocky at night, but for the most part, we're in a very protected marina. Worst thing you've seen out sailing? The worst thing we've seen is we dragged anchor and almost bumped into a whole bunch of other boats. So it was our fault. We were new to it. We hadn't figured it out yet. We still haven't, but we're better at it now. And Freddie, our next voyage will probably be around here, Vancouver Island, and then we'll eventually sail all over the world. And guys, don't mind my shirt. I just spilt all the rainwater, the rusty rainwater on it, if you're wondering. Thank you, Trina, for all your hard work. Yeah, we haven't seen anything too strange. We've mostly done stuff around here. We haven't gone too far yet, so we'll see probably stranger things eventually. What made us want to live on the boat? It just, life. Life made us want to live on the boat. We sold everything, gave up a lot to be able to do this. It's just something different, a new adventure, something we've never tried before. That's the big thing. We've never heard singing mermaids, not yet. Oh, sorry. Swagger, I did see your comment. You should come to India. I think it'd be cool to visit India one day. Sorry, I don't know if you're still here. Swagger, are you still here? It was right before I did the big tour, or the quick tour. Yeah, that's the thing. We're living life to the fullest. We're trying to make things happen. We'll see where it goes. Sherry, right now we're on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. We're pretty close to like I guess we're southeast part of Vancouver Island. Not too far from the US border. Can we see the sea? I did just show it, but I'll show it again. Stand by. We haven't had any problems with with land sickness. Okay, I'll give you guys a quick outside. I don't have the microphone with me, so you guys probably won't hear as well when I'm out there. I'm just going to leave it, but I'll show you guys the outside. First of all, Captain Cece. She is the captain of our boat. Cece. Sorry.
Touch some grass.
Hi, kitty. Thank you very much, Anthony, for the super chat. Appreciate it. I think that's the first super chat we've got today. We've got a few gifts on here already, but we didn't get any super chats till now. Touch some grass. I think we'd have to go a little ways to touch grass. It's not too far, but we'd have to leave the internet of our boat. Don't worry, Will. The captain is a she, and she does like swimming. She loves water. So you don't have to worry about that. She is well versed. Cece actually likes swimming. She used to jump in the bathtub all the time. Bathroom. We got a toilet. Where is it? Right there. There's our toilet. You can see the white thing right there. There's a toilet. There's a shower in there. We also have a shower up on deck. Right now we're at the marina, so we can just use the marina's bathrooms, and then we don't have to fill up our own. Top 3 problems are electricity, water, and sewage.
Mine is greed in the world.
Holly's is greed in the world, if you guys didn't hear that. That's her top problem. Greed is a problem. I'm trying to think of other problems. Diesel prices are pretty expensive right now. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Rent, taxes.
Yeah, there we go. King Kilo knows. Diesel, rent, taxes. All very expensive. Moldy Toast, I like your name by the way. Currently our boat is mostly staying at the marina because it's been winter. The sailing season does not start here until May. So the May just arrived. We just hit, well, not quite. Sorry, May arrives in like 6 days. We have been taking the boat out more and more, and we'll continue to do that as the summer goes. And hopefully we'll be out in the ocean a lot more. Green the world is a given, 100%. It's still a main problem. It doesn't matter if it's a given. It's still a problem.
Oh yeah, that's the second one. The cost of potatoes. Thanks, Dennis.
Yeah, the cost of potatoes. And well, our boat's not that big. I mean, it's so. When I say this, I'm not trying to say our boat is super cheap either. Our boat is 36,000 Canadian dollars, but we live here. We don't have a house. This is literally our only house, the only place to live. So we have, it is 10 times cheaper than the cheapest condo. The cheapest condo around where we currently live is 360,000. I'm sure you will, Will, when you get there. I made myself the honorary admin. Welcome, Admin King Kilo.
Hi, Kitty.
Welcome aboard.
The Delfina.
It's a very cool boat. It's an older boat. It's a 1989, so it's not like brand new, obviously. It's a 35.5 foot, so it's like not tiny, but it's not not huge either. The roof height is 6'3". I'm exactly 6 feet tall, so I still can stand up in here fully without any problems, which is nice. That was one of the big things I wanted for a boat. What was the big thing for you when we looked for a boat, Holly?
The swim deck.
The swim deck, yeah. Holly really wanted the swim deck, so at the back of the boat we have, it's called a sugar scoop or a swim deck. It's just like a spot you can easily step off the boat and like go swimming or jump off into a tender. It also makes it really easy to get on the boat when things happen. There are downsides, of course. It's not really great for like, ocean crossing, but it's still, you can still do it. I mean, Skittles, the fish in the marina are not the best, but there's quite a few. We have salmon here. We got like steelhead trout. We have lots of stuff. We got crabs, which are not fish, I know, but they are in the water.
We have those dog meat salmon.
Yeah, we got the dog salmon, which are not really ideal.
Okay, Kitty, you're gonna be flipping water.
Moldy, it's pretty creative, but also lots of people do it. It's not like we're not the first, of course. People living on boats have been around for a long time, but we enjoy it. It's been fun. I think it's a cool thing to show other people. I think a lot of people think it's an interesting way of living. And thank you very much, Joe JT or GT. Yeah, crab are still good, exactly. We've got red rock crab mostly, but we also have some Dungeness as well. We got a few different types. It is not a green screen. If you want, I will literally get up and show you around again. I already showed somebody else. I will get up and show you. Obviously, if you still don't believe, that's on you, and I understand. The world is a crazy thing. I will show you, though. Do you want me to show you outside? Turkmenistan man, hello. What's going on? I like your name. Appreciate you, by the way. Thanks for stopping in. There was another guy from Turkmenistan not too long ago. No, the cat litter goes into a garbage bag, and then we take it. We're on land right now. We're at a marina, so we just take it to the shore and dump it in the garbage.
What kind of boat does that guy use for towing?
I don't know, actually.
It's like a fishing trawler, isn't it?
It's some kind of fishing trawler, I think. It has been cheaper than living in a house, yes. And it's 10 times cheaper to buy, so... yes, I think we can keep steelhead trout here. As long as it's in season. I don't know what it is right now. We haven't fished for a little while. We've been crab trapping a little bit, but... You live in a bus? That's awesome. We had there was a lady on here, I think yesterday, that also lives in a bus. We almost lived in a bus ourselves. We like that kind of stuff. And yes, Titan, we just take it to a garbage. Just like Skittles said. We go to the garbage. We're at a marina right now. We just save it all up, take it to a garbage dump.
Unless it's pirates, then.
Yeah, we always joke that if there's a pirate attack, we'll just fire it at them. I just wonder how many people manage to go by.
Aw, Titan, you're a good troll. You're okay.
Yeah, you're good. I don't know much about a Lieutenant Dan. So, obviously Lieutenant Dan was a big thing on the TikToks for a long time. Or, like, earlier. I haven't seen what's going on with him recently. So, when everyone first heard of him and he was doing stuff, I thought he was pretty cool. And then, you know, I don't know. I haven't really heard since, like, a year ago now. Oh, I missed what you said there. I know. Another Turkmenistan person, yeah. So that's this. I think you're 2 or 3 of you guys have popped into the stream before, which is cool. We haven't seen many sharks, not around here. There are lots of sharks, we just haven't seen any. A hot top would be cool. I mean, we're on a sailboat, so the downside to that is obviously the boat tilts quite a bit and we'd lose all the water. How do we afford to do this? I mean, we saved up a long time, sold everything, and bought a really cheap boat. And by cheap, it's $36,000, so it's expensive, but it's still cheaper than a car. It's way cheaper than buying a house. We live at the marina right now. We plan to live on the ocean more in the summertime. We are working towards making content as a way of money. We're not quite there yet, though. Like a box of chocolates. So we pay monthly right now, Skittles, for the marina. With the boat, we own outright. The marina itself, we do have to pay like a monthly fee. We didn't pay for a full year because we don't plan to be here for a full year. We plan to be out in the water a bit more, hopefully. We'll see what happens. I don't know who that is. Random. I've never heard of him. I'll have to look him up later, maybe. I know, we still haven't really seen anything unexplainable. We're very new to this. We've only been on the boat for about 6 months. So, and it's been winter the whole time. So yeah, we'll definitely share tales of things we see in the ocean once we actually see any. We're very new to this. We haven't got to there. Who is we? So me, Brian. We got the kitty cat. Her name is Cece. And then Holly. Do you want to wave to the camera, Holly?
I guess I spelled that wrong, but
So it's I'm Brian. That's Holly, my girlfriend. And then we got the captain. Her name is Cece.
I guess I can say hi. That's okay.
And well, yeah, I agree with that. I've only ever been on like speedboats and that kind of stuff as well before we bought this boat. And thank you, Skittles. Exactly. A month is good, and then we can just leave whenever we want.
Hello.
Yeah, there's Holly. I have never watched True Spirit, no. It has been a little bit cold, but we're on Vancouver Island. It's a very mild part of Canada for winter. So it's still cold, but we have lots of heaters and stuff. But it's been a long winter. We're ready for summer.
I definitely hold the green screen. That's correct.
Yeah, she's the green screen lady.
Woo.
Well, thank you for being here. Sorry, I missed your name. Don... Click on it. Donna, thank you very much for being here. Show feet. Why do you want to see my feet? Summer skirt season, it is. Yeah, Vancouver Island's very beautiful, Donald. I love it out here. We don't have AC on the boat now. We have heaters, no AC. Jackson, we also do not know. Jessica,
Aw.
no.
James, welcome to the fan club.
When's the last time you watched Trailer Park Boys? It's been a long time. I've honestly never really been a fan of Trailer Park Boys. I have seen a couple episodes, but it's not something I've watched a lot of. How did you learn to sail? By watching videos and just doing it. It is very temperate here. So Alaska obviously does have lots of snow. There's lots of snow is in BC on the mainland up in the mountains and stuff. But we are here in on the Vancouver Island. Even the island, I think the mountains on the island here have snow, but we're very near the coast. Obviously, we're on the water. It's been like -10 at the coldest, mostly like -5, +5 all winter long. So we haven't even seen a snowflake this year.
Armenia.
And no, we don't have any planters on the boat. We do have a couple. We got Spike the snake plant, and we have a shamrock plant. That's it right now. From Erie. Lake Erie? That's cool, Will. An old pirate-looking boat. And hello, Armenia. You're the second person that's talked about Armenia today. I can show you guys the outside again. I've been doing that lots today, but I'll show again. We have been crabbing. We do fish a little bit. We haven't fished on the ocean much. Mostly what we've been doing is crabbing, but we haven't even done that a lot lately. High maintenance, not that bad. We do all the maintenance ourselves. It hasn't been that high. Like, it hasn't been that much stuff. We're also been like sitting at the dock a lot recently.
I wonder if the batteries are full from the solar.
Oh, I should check that. 1 second. I'll show you guys outside. Give me like 10 seconds. I just want to check the solar panels.
I mean, I think cats can get seasick. CC hasn't yet.
Yeah, CC's been good. No, the solar's not charged.
Oh.
It's getting there, but it's not there yet. Okay, we just switched to my camera phone. Jimmy, no, we are not trust fund kids. People always say that. Our boat is $36,000. I feel like if we were trust fund kids, we would have a way nicer boat. Our boat is a 1989 Hunter Legend 35.5. I'm 38 years old. The boat was 10 times cheaper than the cheapest condo in the area. We just sold all of our stuff and bought a boat. So we're not rich or anything. We're just enjoying ourselves and doing something different.
We just work hard.
We just worked hard for a long time and sold all of the stuff that we like bought over the years.
Took a jump.
Sorry, Holly's got the microphone.
I thought you were gonna talk.
I was going to talk and then I realized I did not have the microphone.
But you did.
Here's the captain of the boat. Kitty cat, Cece, Von Pirate Cat. What do you have to say, kitty?
Aw,
You're a good kitty.
she is a good kitty.
She's got the helm, guys. Don't worry about it. We're safe.
She's not tabby. I'm not sure. She's an oddball. I don't think you call her a tabby.
Oh, Erie is Irish for Ireland. Sorry, when you said Erie, I thought you were talking about Lake Erie. Sorry? What did you just say? Tabby. You don't think she's tabby.
I don't think she's tabby.
She's like a tortoiseshell color or something.
I guess.
Or tortie or something. I think she's a Manx. I think that's like the breed. Feed me now. Kitty does like her food. Yeah, I know. Daytime you can definitely see tons more, yeah. Squamish and Whistler. BC is amazing, it is. I have been to both Squamish and Whistler, but it's been a very long time. It'd be cool to sail up into the Squamish area.
I think, like, this isn't fully the end goal. I think there's so much more to it, but we'd love it to be part of the end goal.
Yes.
Sure.
Pokemon Greece, thank you for the rose. James for the heart me and the rose. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, Maine Coon. That's awesome.
A Maine Coon would be awesome. I love
Yeah.
Maine Coons. Yeah, most Manx do have shorter tails. She's got like the longer tail. Yeah, so I was looking that up too, because she looks like a Manx. If you look at all her colorings and everything, she's a Manx cat, but she had a longer tail, so I was always questioning that. But there are like different versions. There's like the really short one, there's like a medium, and there's like a longer. I think they just call them the Manx longer tails. I've never been in Lake Michigan, no. We're on Vancouver Island, so we're on the west coast of Canada, in the Pacific Ocean. I have a silly question. Sorry, I missed it. What was your silly question?
I mean, somebody's being funny and says that we can't, there's no Wi-Fi on the water, but that's
I guess you've never heard of Starlink Internet.
that's exactly what I wanted to say.
Yeah. We have satellite internet. You could actually the camera's not. I can show you guys outside again if you want. I could show you the little satellite dish we have on the boat for Starlink Internet.
We could send you the bill.
Yeah, you want to see the bill for Starlink? It's pretty expensive. Yeah, exactly. Kenneth. Hope to find that. I hope you do too, AB. And thank you for following, by the way. Yeah, Starlink's amazing. I mean, some people don't seem to think that, like, the technology these days have really pushed the boundaries of what you can do on land, and also like in the middle of nowhere. You can literally have internet up in the top of the mountain if you wanted to. I'm sure they do, Peter. Starlink is cool. It's not that cheap. It's I mean, regular internet is way cheaper for us in Canada than Starlink is. But honestly, we have unlimited and roaming package, which makes it way more expensive. Anywhere in North America, if we go out too deep into the water, we have to get a whole different package, which is even more expensive.
CC declines your comment.
So Starlink for us is about $190 Canadian, which I don't know what that would be in American. They're probably like $140 or $150 maybe. But I think it's cheaper in America in general. Very inspiring, cool to see. Hope you have the same. I hope you do too, Riley. I hope you do.
I mean, Baron, I think if you're happy being alone, you can live anywhere alone.
Yeah.
But this is our choice. Like,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so 190 a month. That is for unlimited roaming. You can get a residential if you don't plan to move anywhere. If your boat doesn't move, if your RV doesn't move, or if you're like at a house, you can get a residential, which is like 140. You can get a 100 gig capped plan, but obviously you're limited to 100 gigs. We have the unlimited, so we have all the data because we use more because of the live streams and stuff. And then also we like to roam because we're on a boat, so we have the unlimited roaming. What's the number in US? I have no idea. I think it's different. So if I did a direct conversion from Canadian dollars to US dollars, I could tell you what it cost in American dollars. But I think it's actually cheaper in the US anyway to have Starlink, even just like without the conversion rate. The other thing is if we go too far in the ocean, we have to pay $500 a month for like worldwide travel, which is something we might have to do eventually. But right now we're going to be sailing around Vancouver and then maybe down to Mexico. So we should be good because we have the North America package.
I mean, Starlink's usually good. I think it's usually 300 megabytes, roughly.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes
usually
it's bad, sometimes it's good, but
usually during the busy times it's worse. Usually during like the best of times it's better than the 300. But
Good.
they promise 300. That's like their main goal.
go to Key West. Yeah, that'd be cool.
We would love to go to Key West. And yeah, Peter, that's crazy. Telecoms engineer, Starlink's amazing, but it does pose a threat. I mean, it does a little bit, but I think it's just not at the point yet where it's fast enough. So I think you're good for at least a couple more years. Maybe one day Starlink will be fast enough where it can like really be a threat to the regular internet, but
So we've been on the boat for 6 months now, and it's been winter.
And Dennis, I know we talked about it last time a little bit. I don't know where you find that package. Whenever I look on the Starlink app itself, do you have to call them for that maybe? When I've looked myself, all our plans we have there's a capped at speeds. Yeah, we have no option for like a speed cap. The only cap we have is a data cap.
I will turn this off again for. Actually, I can stay on.
Whenever I look, so I don't know. Maybe we just don't have that option in BC yet or something, or maybe you have to call specifically for that one, which we could do. Furthest we've sailed is not too far yet. We're still pretty new to this. And yeah, we've loved being on the boat. It's been amazing. I missed that question. What did they even say?
Oh no.
Sorry, the chat moves quickly. Are you sad to live on a boat? No, we love living on the boat. Sorry, I guess that was an easy question. Yeah, the cat's the best. Most people come here for the kitty. She is the captain of the boat after all. Skittles, right now we basically make all our food on the boat. Holly and I haven't really eaten out. Again, so one of the big things, we're not rich people. We put all of our effort into like buying this boat and doing this. So we're trying to save as much money as we can. So we haven't like spent a lot of extra going out to eat in different places. It shows up on, yeah, so Dennis, for us, when I look up the subscriptions, that's not even an option. So I think it must be just like different because maybe, I don't know, Ontario's like a bigger market, obviously. I keep checking. They have updated it recently, but we still don't have that as an option. Peter will have to check that out. Yeah, I did not know that. Personal quiet alone time. I mean, you can go on deck and just chill. It's pretty nice. It's beautiful out there.
Pretty nice.
We are proud of you, little buddy. Thank you, Skylar. I appreciate you too. Appreciate you. Where Holly's right here. There she is. Clean the boat, broski. The boat was clean, my dude. It was just cleaned. If you're wondering why it looks a little bit lived in, yeah, it's because we live here. So I mean, I just finished my tea, which is why the tea's there. The milk was frozen, so I took it out to like let it thaw out a little bit. I just re-seasoned a cooking pan, which is why the pan was on the stove. Otherwise, the boat is really clean.
Oh, thank you.
How do we shower? We got a shower right behind us. We have a shower. We have a bathroom. You might be able to see the toilet right there. We also... Show me, like, please. I can show you. You want to see the boat? How do we shower? Yeah, we go to the marina right now because it's easy. Isn't the bathroom a bit too small? I mean, it depends how big you are, I suppose. I am 190 or 100, yeah, 190 pounds and 6 feet tall, and I fit in there. One second, I'll show you guys around if you want. I mean, it's a boat. We live here, so there's gonna be stuff. That's just how it goes. We brought all of our stuff from like a regular house life to live here. And appreciate it. Thank you very much, Peter. Like, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. I'll give you guys a quick tour. I don't want to do like a full one because it does take a while, but there's the front of the boat, the V-berth. Holly and I pretty much store our clothing up there. We got a little roof hatch you can fully climb out of. We got our solar right here, solar inverter, which is currently charging. I moved the solar so it's actually charging properly, although I could move the boom of the boat to actually get a little bit more. This is our bed, also our workstation, all that kind of stuff. We have our navigation table over here, batteries for the boat, so the DC system is right here, the VHF radio, propane, the boat bananas. We got our bathroom. So right now we use the marina's bathroom and shower, so we don't have to use our own. But it is usable. We just have like garbage in here right now. So we have our garbage down there. We also have the shower right there. We got peanuts in the sink. We got the toilet down there. It's I mean, it's not a huge bathroom, but it's totally usable. People always ask if it smells. We got a vent on the roof. The Yanmar diesel engine is right there. The back bedroom is pretty big. You can totally live in, like sleep in here and live in there, whatever. We have it for like kitty cat litter and a bunch of storage. We got our 3D printer right there so that we can make stuff for the boat, lots of parts. We have our propane stove and oven right here. We got our 12-volt fridge right there. We got the captain of the boat, CC, right there. We got the beautiful Holly right here.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Outside, I'll walk out here really quick. Here's the helm and all that stuff. So right now we have all these blankets up just to like block the wind because it gets windy and the wind is cold. It comes from Alaska right now. And here's the outside. So we're in the marina and there's kind of the whole area. Yeah. Sorry, there's a couple neighbors out here and I don't want to just like show a camera in their face, so I'm not going to do too much out there right now. Just because we want to be on the internet doesn't mean everybody else does, so we will respect them and just do a little bit. Captain of the boat is the cat, 100%.
Aw, she's the best. Aren't you?
Life is fair. You win some, you lose some. No exceptions to animals too. I'm not sure what you're talking about, GB. Yeah, saving for a boat. It was fun. Holly and I saved a long time. We sold everything to be able to do this. We don't have like tons of money. It was definitely a lot of work to get here, but we got here. Jayhawk, where was home for you? Did you have a boat at one point? Or did you just live on the island here? We have taken it out, Scotty. Just not a lot yet because it's still technically winter. Or winter sailing season anyway. We haven't gotten sick, no. We have not gotten dizzy or anything like that. It is real. You guys don't have to believe it, but... I know, Josh, we got all the green screens up today. If you guys are wondering, Bacon Batfish in the chat is actually my brother, so he is just trolling the trolls with his beautiful presence. The San Juan Islands, that's beautiful. Okay, we would love to visit the San Juans. We haven't done that yet, so we're going to sail around here, but we're very, very close to the San Juans. Obviously, Vancouver Island's like right next to the San Juan Islands, which are incredibly beautiful American islands. Yeah, we aren't promised tomorrow. That's part of the reason Holly and I went for it. It was just like, it's either now or never. We're just going to get another career and go do other stuff. So it's like, let's go try to live a different life, and we hopped on the boat. We're going to need a bigger bowl. A bigger bowl or a bigger boat? Fair call. Show me, please. What do you want to see, Nomad? Show me the cat. You want to see the kitty more? She's right up here. Nevada first. What are you guys doing down in Nevada, Kenneth? Got to work a bunch overtime in Nevada. Yeah, what do? Do you need any help? Holly and I could come and do some work with you. Cynical? I don't know why you'd think that. We're Canadians, so we cannot. Or are you talking about somebody else in the chat right now? Why are you on live? Brianna, why are you on live chat? Why wouldn't we be on live? I don't understand why we wouldn't be. Right now we're parked in the marina. We're not out in the ocean. We're not currently sailing. This is what we do for work. So we are here live. That's the long and short of it.
It's okay.
If it's okay with you, I suppose. Very specifically. If Brianna thinks we shouldn't, I guess we'll log off right away. We are on saltwater. We're on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada, on the Pacific Ocean. But we are at the dock right now.
But
And yeah, thank you very much, Forrest. The Vancouver Island's very beautiful. BC is very beautiful. It's an incredibly beautiful area. And Smash, we just saved up a very long time and sold everything to be able to do this. Brendan Bernard, welcome. How are you doing today? I'm exhausted. I'm glad you're here, Brendan. We love you, by the way. With a reverse in a card. I mean, you know, I don't mind if people don't like what we're doing, or if they think what we're doing is silly or anything like that. Everyone has their own opinions on stuff like that. I just find it funny when people are like, why are you on live? I mean, why are you on live? If you're doing the same thing we're doing, you're just in the chat. Can you break down living costs compared to renting an apartment or owning? So, we live in Canada. We're on Vancouver Island, which is extremely expensive to live. The cheapest condo around here was $360,000. I was looking like 2 months ago, or like a month ago, just out of curiosity. The boat was $36,000 Canadian, so 10 times cheaper there. But we've never owned a house out here. The last place Holly and I lived was in Calgary, Alberta, in Airdrie technically. But so I'll break it down for us there. At one point I owned a townhouse in Calgary. It cost me about $1,600 a month just for the mortgage on that. That's not including anything else. That's just the mortgage. Currently we pay about $1,400 for everything. So there we go. Just the mortgage costs more than our entire cost of living currently. With everything else, I think I paid monthly in Calgary closer to like $3,000 or $3,500 when I owned that place. I eventually sold it and lived a lot cheaper than that anyway, but that was the total cost of like owning a townhouse in the Calgary area. And yeah, right now we pay about $1,400 in total. So the boat itself is obviously we own it. It was 36,000 Canadian dollars, 27,000 US dollars. We pay about $575 a month for the marina right now. We pay $180 for Starlink. I think it's actually $190. It's like $189 or something like that. It's about $100 a month for insurance. I'm trying to think of other costs. Food is like $100 a week, so like $400 a month. I don't know what else. I can't remember if there's anything else off the top of my head right now. I think we added it up and it's like conservatively probably $1,400, but maybe a tiny bit more. And we're in Canada, Music Runner. I like your name, by the way. Yeah, cat's the best. With a man, Newfoundland man. Newfoundland people are crazy. I agree with that. They're awesome, though. Amazing. Yeah, the Newfoundlandish people they're really fun people. They're amazing. Ukraine. Hello, Ukraine. How are you? We're in Canada here. The bed situation, you guys are looking at it. I mean, so I'm sitting on the bed right now. We also do technically have a room right behind Holly. There's a bedroom there. We took the mattress out of there. We just use it for storage. And we have a bedroom up front that's like a V-berth. This boat was obviously not designed for full-time living back when they made it. It was kind of like the weekend cruiser or like a day trip boat or like a month at a time. We moved onto it and moved our entire life onto the boat, so we have a little bit more stuff than most people probably would have had originally. So the both bedrooms for us are just storage, and then this is, of course, where we live and sleep. And just so you know, the Ukrainian person that popped in, my sister-in-law is Ukrainian.
she's the best.
And she's amazing. 140 for one. I mean, so Music Runner, I think also New Zealand's really cool. That's awesome. $100 a week might be a little conservative. It's really hard to know because on Vancouver Island where we are, the food prices fluctuate so much. Partly because it's an island in Canada, but partly I think the stores are they just like to price gouge. So it might be closer to like 140 a week, but I'm not sure. It really depends. We've had some weeks where we only paid like $80 for groceries, and then some weeks where we paid like 140 as well. So it really depends what you're buying, of course. I don't know. That's kind of like a rough estimate. It really varies depending on what we're buying. It doesn't really feel weird walking on land. No, I don't think we've had a problem. And yeah, Florida's awesome. My brother goes there quite often. I admire your lifestyle. Thank you.
I can't believe we made it to 50,000 likes.
Did we hit? Yeah, we did. Thank you guys for helping us hit 50,000 likes, by the way.
I wish we could hunt treasure for a living. We need to get a metal detector.
Yeah, we need a. You guys want to help us get a metal detector? We'll start hunting treasure full time just for you guys for content creation. We'll make videos every day. We do have a crab trap. We used to do that a lot. We have fishing rods as well. I'd like to get like a. It looks like a little donut that you can wrap your fishing line around. It's like a really basic fishing rod. I'd like to get that. And yes, we still have the. We still need to work. We're not like rich people that can just afford to retire. We completely cut the ties of the old job, invested everything into this lifestyle, and are going for it. We are trying to make a living, making videos, doing the lives, that kind of stuff. We just got monetized on one of the content creation platforms, which we can't say on other platforms because they get mad at you because none of the platforms like to collaborate. So we have multiple content creation platforms that we are currently working on. We do this like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Not the lives, but we make videos all the time. We go live quite often. We do lots of different things. So the cat's butthole. So I don't know if you guys have ever watched it, but they did tests, and they found out the cat's buttholes do not actually touch what they're sitting on. They're fluff, and everything holds them off the ground. I do agree that having your kitty cat sit on your counter is kind of gross. Holly and I let the kitty sit here when we're cooking in the kitchen, and we also wipe down the kitchen all the time, like 15 times a day. When we used to live in a house, she was never allowed on counters because we had lots of space. In the boat, she's allowed on the counters because our space is a lot more limited. So yes, she has newfound freedom, and she's allowed to be up there. She does try to like push her luck and hop down on the counter occasionally, but yes, we only try to let her stay up there when we are cooking. But we will also wipe it down as soon as we're done in there. Oh, I missed that. Somebody said something about, I'll buy metal detectors, just send me your address, I'll get them delivered. Aww. You can go live, one of my dreams for me. Darren, if you want to buy us metal detectors, we do have a, what do you call that? An Amazon wish list. You can check that out. I think we actually have a metal detector on there. Though,
oh yeah, we need star anise.
Star anise, yeah, we need that as a spice.
We can't find it yet.
We don't need 2 metal detectors, we just need 1, honestly. She did stay off this counter. So one of the big things with cats is if you can't be mad at them if you're mad at cats. Are you talking about the kitty? She's not a rag doll. She's a Manx, I think. And thank you very much, Kaden. I appreciate it. I think one of the big things with cats is early. So I didn't get her when she was like a kitten. I got her, well, she was still a kitten, but she was previously somebody else's cat. I just took over because they didn't want her. They couldn't have her because they were allergic. So I got her around 6 to 9 months old. They didn't actually tell me the exact age. I don't think they even knew. One of the big things with cats is cats don't ask permission. They don't, but they do understand a lot. I think people don't put in the time with cats. If you constantly... You can't get mad at a cat because a reaction for a cat is like something that they are into. So if you get mad at them, that's a reaction and they like that. All you do with cats is you constantly have to, like, if she's on the counter when she's not supposed to be, you pick her up, you put her on the floor, you put her where you want her to be, and you teach her that way. It takes a long time and a lot of dedication, but it can work. As you can see, she hasn't quite figured it out on the boat yet where she's allowed to be and where she's not. She still pushes boundaries, but we will, like, if I... Cece, come on. Come on. She knows where she's supposed to be, but she still does push her luck. But she is getting better and better. We've only been on the boat for about 6 months. She's still learning, but they don't ask permission. They do push their boundaries, but for the most part, she does. She's very smart. And she knows what she's supposed to be doing and where she's supposed to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cece waits for us as well. We get home and we can start hearing her meow. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's not dumb. So like regular kids, exactly. They push their boundaries just like a regular... Major Laser!
Aww.
He said 6 months. I know, Major Laser. We haven't seen you for a day or two, Major. How are you doing? We were missing you, my man. This is what we currently do for work, guys. We are doing content creation. We are going live. We do the internet thing. We make videos. Some people have helped us out with small donations here and there. But for the main part, Holly and I saved up a long time and sold everything, and we are making a living... kind of almost maybe a little bit doing this. We're not there yet. Yeah, maritime regulations require at least 1 cat per boat. I agree with that, 100%. And yes, Chad knows. CC stands for cubic centimeters, exactly. Aww. Admire your bravery, guys. You are living the dream. It's been a long time coming. It took a lot to get here. It was very stressful at times. It is still very stressful at times, but we're enjoying it. The boat is 35.5 feet long. How do I look at the Amazon wish list? I think if you just click on the profile, let me actually just check myself. I think if you click on our profile, we have a link in our bio, basically. It depends which platform you're on. So both platforms, if you go to our profile, you can check out and look at the... It's just a bunch of random stuff. Some stuff is fun. We put on like random lots of things. We got like really basic like needs and then some like fun stuff as well. And thank you very much for the subscription, by the way. I do appreciate it. Holly and I very much appreciate that. Let me just check myself.
Hack yourself.
Yeah, that too. How do I even do that? Go to my account. I'll go to a different account so I can see what you guys would see. Nomadic Whims. So we are Nomadic Whims on pretty much every platform, but if you go and click on our profile, click on more, there's like a bunch of links. You can see like all of them there. We got our like basic write-up. You guys can't see because of course it's not gonna focus, but you can see all these links here. One of them... Oh wait, I don't know if that one's in here. Weird. Hold on, I might have to add the Amazon. The Amazon's not on here for some reason on the YT. It's on everything else. Stand by. I don't know why it's not in here. Do I only have a limit of how many I can do? Or how many we can add? That's super weird. I thought it was on here, but maybe it's not right now. We do have a wish list. You can go to a link tree. Oh, we do have the link tree. No, we don't. Sorry, guys. I don't even know what we have here.
Yes. No.
We have our merch, our other platforms. I don't know why the... Amazon link is not on here. It used to be, I swear. I'll have to get that. I was about to text him. I don't know who that is. I have no idea. We do sail in it, yes. We mostly are parked because it's the time of year. Vic Freedom. Dennis, thank you for the rose. James for the rose and the heart me. Thank you guys. We sail... But it's still wintertime here, if you know anything about here. Good morning. Stephanie, how's it going? Did you make it to your location? I'm trying to figure out why we don't have that in our profile right now. And thank you for the rose, Stephanie. Appreciate you.
Aww.
If you guys don't know, Stephanie, who is currently in the TikTok side of things, she actually sails too. She lives in a similar area. She was a bit further north of us, and then she sailed. Where did you sail to again, Stephanie? I always forget. We don't have to worry about maritime enemies. We're in
Cortez.
We're in Canada. Cortez.
Ooh.
So she just moved her boat. She was actually live earlier, sailing her boat, and I was watching a little bit. Stephanie, if you were wondering, it was me on there. Well, I guess Holly was in there for a little bit too, but I was the one that was hanging out in your live for a bit.
I was definitely there.
And then we went for groceries and did some other stuff, but it is cheaper. I don't know if it's cheaper than a one-bedroom rent. It probably is. I know to buy a condo here is $360,000, so it's way cheaper that way.
I think it is these days. I'm pretty sure it is.
I mean, Darren, if you do that, that would be really cool. I don't expect you, of course, but I will try to add the wish list to the... it's really hard to find a lot of this stuff. We wanted to make sure it was Amazon Prime so it actually could get delivered to the location we're at. So it's not like the greatest metal detector in the world, but we do have one in our Amazon wish list, and I will try to add that. I actually can go to the old internets here. You stream all day? We don't stream all day. We stream like a couple hours a day. We also make videos, so like part of the time obviously is spent dealing with all kinds of other stuff. So yeah, we do not stream all day. Yikes. We stream like 2 hours a day. If it's your... So do you go to your full-time job all day long, or do you just hang out there for a little bit out of curiosity? I'm just wondering. When you go to your job, do you hang out there all day, or do you just do like, you know, a few hours here and there? Because we do this all day, yes.
Casually.
Not the whole day is not just live streaming though. We do a bunch of other stuff, but you found the wish list. Okay. Yeah, if you guys are on TikTok, it's easier to find. If it's under 8, you're winning. Under 8 what? Sorry, I missed it. Weird. I picture a cabin in the woods. This is for sure a cabin though. I mean, it's very similar, yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know why it's not on the YT.
I think it's better than a cabin in the woods, though.
Yeah, cabin in the woods is very cool. Holly and I also like that idea. But yeah, we're on a boat. It's just a different way of doing the same thing.
Yeah. Although, there's some pretty good setups.
Yeah. Dennis is basically in a cabin in the woods. Dennis he's on our TikTok, and he basically lives in like northern Ontario, all solar off-grid living.
He is actually Dennis of the North.
That is his name on the TikToks.
That's
Might
who
add
he
a
is.
walk to my wish list. We need a walk as well. That's something we should get.
Oh yeah.
Connor 602 Connor. I'll show you guys the outside. Give me like 10 seconds here. I'll do that. I'll add this later. So I'll show you guys outside right now. I think we're gonna wind down the stream, guys. It's almost 5 o'clock. Usually the internet starts to get a little bit stressed around this time, just because of the time of day when more people are coming home. I will show you guys the outside quick, and then we'll wind down the stream. So if you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe. We very much appreciate it. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We are very much working hard to get monetized on multiple platforms. Why is it not working?
It's because you want it to work.
I know, as soon as I try to do this, it's not working anymore. There it goes. I got it. So here I'll show you guys around really quick. Cat is hungry, yes. Usually we feed her around 5 o'clock. You may or may not be able to see because it won't focus. It is 4:39, so she eats pretty quick here.
She starts asking at 4.
The logistics of approaching a harbor or mooring would be an excellent discussion. It depends on where you're going, of course. But yeah, usually you VHF radio call ahead, and yeah, we'll have to do like a full-on discussion for that, because you can call ahead too. In Canada, it's very easy just to like call on their cell phone and then discuss mooring and stuff. But usually there are some places that have radios. Here's the captain, Captain Cece, the Manx kitty cat, the best cat in the world. And Holly and I both know how to tack and sail. We're both as amateur as the other when it comes to this. We're very new to this. We're not pretending we're professionals. We both know pretty much the exact same thing. Holly and I did this together. So summertime is approaching. It has been getting nicer. You might be able to realize we have a lot of blankets like just hung up around here. So we have a Bimini and a Dodger, but we don't really have a full enclosure. So we have these blankets. We usually set them up to air up every morning just to keep everything fresh. Also, it's really nice as a wind blocker. So yeah, this is our cockpit. We hang out here in the sun. This is the outside. We got this hammock chair, which is really cool. And then here is the marina we're in. So that's a really cool old pirate boat right there. There's another island. The mainland is behind us. That's another island across from us. The main harbor is over that way. I don't know if you guys could see it. Probably not. I think I wouldn't be able to stand up fully because the boom is above my head. But there are a lot of neighbors out here, and I don't want to just like shove a camera in their face, so I'm not just going to walk around really. But I can kind of show you guys up the mast a little bit. And then here's the view coming down into our boat. So the dock for us is right through that blanket. We just walk on here, and then we march down inside the boat. Get greeted by the captain. She's not ready for any questions right now. And then we play games here. We do our lives. We make videos here. We do all the content creation things. And then we, at nighttime when we're getting ready for bed, we all hang up and watch a movie or something like that. I know we were not born Alberta. We're also from Alberta. So I guess Alberta Chick is your name. Holly and I. Holly was born in Ontario. I was actually born in Saskatchewan, but we both lived in Airdrie, Alberta for the past 15 years. We only moved out to Vancouver Island to buy this boat. That's why we came out here. Both of us have never sailed in our life. We bought this boat having never sailed, and we've been learning as we go here. We've been watching lots of videos, talking with lots of local sailors and stuff like that, and just like doing it. Yeah, the kitty cat's the best. Chris, I'm not sure what a moral is. What are we talking about there? Both not born. Sorry, I did understand what you were saying, Alberta. Good for you. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. It's been a lot of work to get to like figure stuff out, but we got to figure it out.
We're getting it.
The model train park. Well, mini trains. Yeah. So Holly and I lived on Springwood Crescent, just off like the main drag in Airdrie. Yeah, Airdrie's cool. I also owned a townhouse for a little bit in like northeast Calgary. So I guess I don't know if you live in Airdrie or Calgary or one of the other towns in the area, but we lived there for a long time. So in Canada, only thing you really need as like a private owned vessel is a pleasure craft license, a PCL. It costs between $30 and $100 depending if you get it on sale or not. It takes between I'll say 2 to 5 hours depending how gung ho you are at finishing it. It's a bunch of multiple choice questions. It's fairly easy to do. I think nowadays they recently changed it, so you have to like renew it every 5 years. Of course they did because they want more money. But yeah, I guess it also is good that you renew the like questions because it is some really basic stuff you should probably know. But it's still a pain that they make you like pay for it every time.
Yeah, but that's not mine.
No curtains around. Have a good night. Thank you very much. Have a good one yourself. Moral mushrooms. I don't know. Do we have those around here? We probably might. Lloydminster. Oh wow, that's crazy. I've had some friends that live in Lloydminster. They actually run a they're a plumbing. They run a plumbing service in Lloyd. I think they're still there. I also used to live up in Grand Prairie for a little bit because my brother, my whole family lives up there, and I did work up in Grand Prairie for a little bit. So I used to drive through Edmonton all the time. So I know, you know, Alberta pretty well. Anyway, yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to set that up right away here too, but relatives in GP, that's cool. So my dad's whole family is up in Fort St. John area. So my dad was I lived there when I was little for a little while as well, but right now the only person I know in Grand Prairie is my brother. So my brother still lives in Grand Prairie. My brother and my sister-in-law, I guess, and then everyone else in my family. My dad's currently down in Regina, Saskatchewan, and then the rest of my family's out in like Abbotsford and stuff, all over the place. My other sister's in Germany, so all over the place. North of Fort Mac. Okay, so he's doing like oil field stuff, I'm guessing, or some kind of mining. One of the two. I used to work a little bit in the oil field as well. I did like hydrovac. Are you going to video a voyage from deck in the future? Yes, we will actually do a live stream, hopefully, of us like going around. You ready to eat, Holly? Okay, guys, we are going to end the stream. It is time for supper. Kitty Cat has spoken. It is time. She rang the bell. We appreciate everybody here. Josh is ready for us to hop on line and do some other stuff. Appreciate everyone for hanging out, and hope you guys all have a good day. We will have a good supper. If you guys haven't already, like, follow, subscribe, do all the cool stuff. We very much appreciate it, and we'll see you guys later. We'll be on live probably 9:30, 10 our time. But have a good one, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you later.
See you guys.